Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to My Taste in Music Sucks, the podcast where myself and Christopher Icon, despite the name of this podcast, talk about music that does not suck. Um, and this week, we're talking about the album Michael and Rain by the band Shun.
Yep.
And this was suggested by Icon, and it's a very important album to him. It
Yeah.
was new to me, but definitely some familiar sounds. So I personally enjoyed the album a lot. Do you want to talk a little bit about your history with the album or anything before we dive in? Or
Yeah, sure. I don't remember where I found them, but it would have been right around 2001. And I don't know if it was just what I was going through or what, but from the opening notes of, I believe the first song I heard was Piece by Piece.
oh, this is
But
my favorite
from the
song.
opening notes of this, it just resonated with me in every way possible, which made it kind of interesting. I was having a bit of hard time getting ready for the show because this album, I don't know why, but it means so much to me. I was a bit nervous because will it mean as much to everybody else? Does it say too much about me, maybe, when you hear the lyrics? I
Right.
don't know, but I've always recommended this band to people, this album to people for what, 24 years now? So I'm
Man.
real excited to get into this and hear your thoughts on it.
Well, one thing that I do want to, you mentioned the lyrics, and to me, the way the vocals are mixed, other than on the song Second Voice,
Yeah.
it was hard to really make out exactly what he was saying.
Okay.
But Second Voice, I don't. The vocals are very clear in that song, and
Right.
it's a really man. That song is heavy.
Yeah, it's
Um,
real cinematic. And
yeah,
I've spoken briefly to the singer. His name's Billy White. He's in Nashville. And I think I mentioned this on another podcast. Since I was such a fan, I asked him if he ever thought about writing a book about it or at least talking about what the lyrics meant to him. And he
right.
said, well, no, because he wants it to mean whatever it means to us, to the listener.
Sure, sure. Yeah, like at first, I mean, I don't want to. I might as well skip ahead to that because that track really. It wasn't my favorite song, but it was definitely the song that like stuck with me the most. I
Mm-hmm.
think. At first, I was listening to it and I was like, "Oh, this is like a song about obsession," and like, but then it's a song about someone being murdered, Like, I mean, that's what it, yeah. And I was just,
Yeah.
wow,
And I wish I
okay.
knew more about
Yeah.
what happened or what story he's trying to tell
Yeah.
tell,
Yeah.
because it's so, for me, just so visual, and the
Yeah.
way his voice sounds,
Mm.
you would think that the person that was murdered was his sister, friend,
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. And that's just the thing about his voice on that song. Like I said, there's a lot of effects in general. Um, I wrote down on a few of the songs, like the album sounds almost like a collage of sounds.
It-
You don't get like the typical like riffs and steady drum beats and stuff that usually would make up a song. They
right.
do these really cool, just like stabs of noise and stuff. But I mean, it sounds like music. It's not, you know, it's
Right.
all cohesive. Um, but there's definitely a lot of effects on his voice in a lot of the songs. But on
No. Nope.
no,
No, I've seen him live a couple times. That dude can sing.
well, I mean,
You
as
might
far
use
as
a
like,
little bit, but
yeah, I mean, as far as like the echo, like he puts a
mm,
lot of echo on his voice,
yeah, I
so
see
it's
what you
hard.
mean.
Yeah, so it sounds further away. That's but on second voice, his voice is front and center and it's very clear and you can really make out what he's saying. And it's just like,
Right.
wow, man. Wow. Yeah, no, I mean, he does do some impressive things with his voice, like his vocal range,
Right.
and as far as like he's got like a really deep growl, but then he can also go really high and sustain notes and stuff. I knew that was all him. I was just talking more about like
The
I don't.
technical side of it.
Yeah. Like what you do in the studio to kind of place your voice in the mix and that kind of stuff. I wasn't really. Yeah.
Right. It translates really well live. I only got to see him, I think, 3 times,
Okay.
but it, they don't lose much live. You would think, like you were alluding to, we're talking about the vocal things that would be in the mix, like sounding far away. He
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
step away from the microphone.
Right.
And so that's kind of why I was like, no, I wanted to make sure that anybody that listened understood that it's not really studio tricks. It's just things you do in the studio. His voice is
Yeah.
really that good and that powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I
Especially,
was. Yeah.
go ahead.
Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say like I definitely wasn't like trying to make it sound like he affected his voice to make it sound better or anything
Right.
like that. That wasn't what I meant. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Especially on that song at about 2:26 or so, he sings that part where he says, "I'm sorry that he slit your world and left you dying on the
Yes.
floor. If only I were there." His
Yes.
voice
Oh
is
my
like
God. Yeah.
it's like he felt every bit of what he was saying, and it added something the way it's so clean, and the
Yes.
rest of the sound kind of quieted down a little bit.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I noticed that the big drop, and then it's just like, whoa, man. And they do a lot of stuff like that. They experiment with atmosphere a
Hmm.
lot. Like,
And the melody of or maybe it's the tone of the
yeah,
guitars, and like you were saying, the atmosphere and how it fits his voice.
yeah,
And I
definitely.
believe they were kids, like
Yeah,
18, 19 kids.
man, man,
And
that's
yeah,
crazy.
to lead with that album, well, I mean, I hope everybody else liked it, but for
Yeah,
me to lead with this album, it's like,
yeah.
oh wow.
Well,
And,
from what I was reading online, this was their second album, and the first one was like rap rock. So
sort
they,
of,
yeah,
sort
interesting,
of. It was
interesting.
well, there was a lot of that going on.
Sure, yeah, of course, yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
they have some of the demos or whatever on their Spotify, and that's the
right.
stuff that sounds a little more raw, a little more of that new metal kind of rap rock thing,
Yeah.
which is
Eh,
okay.
right, sure.
But to go from that to the Michael and Rain album, it's like, oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, and actually on the Spotify version of this album, there's three demos at the end of it.
Yep.
And the first demo, the music sounds like corn. And
Is that
I'd have to
oh
look this.
Neo, the song
Maybe.
Neo about his daughter?
Maybe. I just know like the bow, that bass that corn does,
Hmm.
the bass.
Yeah.
Like that I noticed that. I was like, "Oh, that's the corn bass." But then his voice came in and it was the same. Like so I don't know if he rapped on some of the other stuff, but on that song, it was
Not
more
really.
the music that had the rap rock thing, not really his voice.
The last song, Grounded, I
Yeah,
Billy was nice enough. He sent me everything he's had and does because he's
that's
got
cool,
another album with a different band after this that's really good.
right?
And one of the tracks he sent me is Grounded, which
Yeah.
was the last song on the album.
Okay.
And it's a little more raw and it's kind of got that like rap rock punch to it.
Mhm.
And the way they did it on the album is a lot different. I don't know if you could hear it, but in the background, he says, or somebody says, I believe he says, "You're always trying to get inside my concept,"
Okay.
and then something, but you'll be smacked down. On the raw version, or maybe it's a demo or whatever, it's definitely more punchy, more
Sure.
hip hop or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I focused once I realized that the last three tracks weren't on the physical album.
Hmm.
I kind of focused and that they were demos. I just kind of focused on the first seven tracks because that's what I figured we would be talking about more.
Right. I was
You
kind of
know,
surprised when I'm listening through because I've had the album for a long time.
Yeah.
I wish I had a physical copy, but the last three songs, which is Neo, Promising, I love Promising. The lyrics are so cool in that song.
Right.
His This guy is a lyricist, just it's clever. I like it. It's like I've been trying to say about some of these other songs that have like a sadder kind of edge to it. To
Yeah.
me, it's more like an exorcism. Like these songs and his lyrics and the tones would pull the sadness out of me.
Yeah. Well, and it was kind of the opposite for me, like, especially with the atmosphere that they were creating. Like, it's a very heavy, moody sound. So
Yes.
I was listening to it and I was kind of sitting in it, and maybe part of that's because I've had a headache for 2 days,
Right.
and I'm kind of feeling, but yeah, when I was listening to it and taking my notes, it was kind of sinking in, and I was just like, whoa. There were times when I had to kind of close my eyes and just kind of be a part of it. And it's
Yeah.
hard to write something like that down on paper. So my notes are not as good as what I was feeling while I was listening to it.
Right. Yeah, that's the problem I thought I was going to have and still might have with the album because when
Yeah.
you're the way the tone and his vocal choices and the lyrics, the way it resonates with me is very hard to explain.
Right, sure,
So
sure.
it's like, oh, well, if we're going to mention his lyrics, we'll go ahead and start with Glass into Sand.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a clever line in that that I absolutely enjoy. And
right.
I don't know if it's because when I used to write more or the way when I was younger, it was harder to express. I don't know these kind of feelings. I don't,
Hmm.
it is what it is. I don't know why that was. But he
Right.
says, what would you think of me if I took my words and ran? And
Yeah,
I was just like, oh.
heavy.
And if I don't know, well, you seem like, or you've kind of said that you've always had more confidence or whatever growing up than I did.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I don't know if it was,
But I love, I mean, dude, so even as a kid, it my confidence may not have been justified. You know what I mean? Like, especially when it comes to relationships. Um, I have pursued multiple women in my life.
haven't we
And
all?
yeah, yeah. And one of them, I think, ended up actually liking me.
Oh,
So all the other women that I have been with have been women who liked me, and I was like, okay, but anytime I actually was like, wow, that girl's beautiful, and I tried to talk to her or whatever, never happened.
this,
Um, and so I definitely, uh, I definitely understand the idea of, just not being able to connect when you want to,
right.
you know?
And there's a couple other times where I'll get into that a little bit more just because of what he says
Yeah.
and what it meant to me. Glass in the Sand is a pretty good song. I think the last
Sure.
half of the album is really strong because
Right.
of course Hope Send might be my favorite, but only if you make me pick one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Closure, anyway, in Glass in the Sand, I think he gives you a little bit of maybe a preview, or this is a little bit of, hey, this is what we do. It's not
Right.
quite full in. Now, you know what? I don't even believe that because I think this album starts out good, stays
Mhm.
good.
Right.
And there's another line in Glass in the Sand that I wrote down because it's just so clever. We couldn't mend glass into sand.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
like, uh, how did you even get right?
Right. Right. Yeah.
Have you ever, like, I'm sure you have, but this seems like an album that if you're going through a breakup or something like that, you need this album.
Sure.
because it says, or for me, especially way back then, it's one of those where it said what I was feeling.
Right. Right.
And it was really just, like I've said a bunch, this album means a lot to me, the way it connected with me and the way it resonates.
Yeah.
What did you write down about Glass in the Sand? Did you take any notes for that?
So, I mean, much like a lot of the time, um, I have a harder time writing down what the music's making me feel. So I focused more on the things that I noticed about the
Hmm.
music. I thought the bass line in the song was really cool.
Hmm.
I liked that right from the beginning that they featured the bass out front. I really dug that. And vocally, there's definitely a Tool influence. I noticed. And
You
you're like,
maybe like in the tone? Well, no,
yeah,
I
yeah. I
think I
mean,
see what you're getting at. The way he'll
yeah,
hold a note like Maynard does.
sure, yeah. I noticed it throughout, though. I mean, it's
Mhm.
like the music doesn't sound anything like Tool, but um, but I was like, vocally, there's comparisons there.
Right. I
So
see it. The way he'll hold a note for a while, but
right,
also switch to like a more punchy, driven, and then he'll bring it down to almost a whisper.
yeah, but also, I mean, the tone is very similar. Um, there's like that school of singers, like the guy from Chevelle and
Mm.
Maynard and this guy. I mean, they all have kind of a similar tone. I don't really know how to.
No, I understand
I
what
don't
you
know
mean.
what it is, but yeah, I definitely hear it. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
that was what I did notice by the fourth song that all of the songs have really cool intros.
Yeah. Yeah.
None of them just start out like jumping right in. It's like you get a mood set before the song kicks off.
Right.
And that's pretty cool. I like that.
They definitely stay with what they're doing. They're not
Yeah.
like with Jen Christie, she would do that like a country western kind of, and then
Right.
more pop
Right.
sensibility.
Yeah, there's none of that in this. This honestly, I don't know how you could like do this. I mean, we're going to, but it's like as far as a song by song breakdown,
Hmm.
I thought that would be really tough because this album works so well as a piece of music, like just the
Right.
whole thing. And I had a hard time towards the end, like it's just all, it just goes together,
Hmm.
and that's how I felt like.
Yeah. And we had mentioned that kind of thing several times, how it seemed like no one is making full albums
Yeah,
or
yeah,
no one in the mainstream. Obviously, the bands we've listened to are absolutely making start to
right,
finish albums.
right,
Um, the second song for me, I was real curious about the wording of the title, Michael in Rain, because it's
sure,
Reign, which is
right.
right.
Rain over,
And
yeah,
right. And then Michael being the archangel. In the
right.
lyrics, though, he doesn't give anything that I caught that even is remotely religious or
So he actually did an interview on Reddit, like a question and answer type thing on Reddit,
what?
and yeah, yeah, in like 2024.
Oh my
So
God, I'm gonna have
yeah,
to
and he said that Michael and Rain is about his brother.
really.
Yeah,
I'm on my Reddit now.
yeah.
So did he do it as Billy White? I'd imagine
Uh, I I'm
Billy
not
White,
sure. I would assume, yeah.
Billy White. Boy, I don't. I'll have to look later. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
dude, it'd probably be kind of hard to find. I read a summary of the interview that he did on Last FM.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
I
if I
didn't
start
actually
there,
find
maybe
the
it'll
yeah, I didn't actually find the actual interview, but yeah, so Michael and Rain apparently is about his brother. So
interesting. See,
yeah,
that's the thing about what I like about clever lyricists is you wouldn't know that. I
right.
wouldn't have known
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You know,
no,
it's
not at all.
personal. It's something
Right.
he feels.
Yeah.
And I like toward the end of the song about 3:55. that's when he starts holding those notes in a way that's like
Yeah,
building. It's
yeah,
building up, and then the songs kind of they build you up, whatever you're feeling. And maybe that's what I mean by how it reaches down into you and takes that out because it
sure,
builds
sure.
and builds and builds, and then it lets go,
Right,
and then
right.
you go into the next track.
Yep. Yeah, I liked how uh the use of the acoustic guitar in this one.
Hmm.
And I was kind of waiting for the electric guitar to kick in because that's what I expected to happen.
Right.
But they kept it acoustic, for the majority of the song, which was really cool.
Yeah,
Um,
the guitar tones are really interesting. I don't
yeah,
know who the guitarists are. I
right,
wish I did
right.
because just the way it's woven through the music, there's none of the typical rock stuff of the
Yeah,
loud, the abrasive. This is the guitar. It's
yep.
no, this all fits in the ambiance of the music.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like the fact that the guitar stayed acoustic, and kind of just the atmosphere of that song. Like it was very cinematic and very
Yes.
like see, it's hard for me to describe really. And the whole album was kind of like that, like putting into words what I was hearing.
It's hard, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's tough. I mean, but I think that's good, you know.
Yeah. You
Um,
could definitely sounds like you definitely can see how I've I
oh
don't know,
yeah,
attached,
if I had found
gravitated.
this thing in 2001 or whatever when it came out, I would have been
Mhm.
playing it all the time.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah,
I
definitely.
still songs still come up.
Right,
You
sure.
were mentioning the acoustic guitar.
Yeah,
They changed that up on the third song, piece by piece. It's got that more kind of rock edge to it, but it's
right,
not
right.
overbearing. It's just like chugging, I guess.
Yeah, I actually wrote. Yeah, I piece by piece ended up being my favorite song.
Oh,
So yeah, so I wrote a lot of stuff just about how the song was put together.
uh-huh.
The guitar was heavier. I
Yep.
felt like the bass sounded like Sabbathy. Um,
Mm,
the way it lays a background.
right.
Sabbath's bass did that. Like for the most part, their bass laid in the back and kind of set a foundation for the rest of the song.
Yep,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, and I thought the vocals were really, really strong. I thought that was the first time I heard him like dig down and rah.
Yeah.
And there's a drum break kind of towards the end of the song that's very, very cool. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, I mean, I ended up really liking that song a lot. It's definitely my favorite track. Um,
I wrote a bunch of notes too, of course.
yeah,
At 137 in the song,
yeah,
he the way he says this line is like it's a statement. It's and that's the line I mentioned in I think the last podcast where he says
yeah,
you can stay here on this blanket of coal, dying on a bridge we burn. And the way
mm,
he says it is it's a
yeah,
statement, son.
yeah,
It's force. It's powerful.
yeah, yeah.
And
The whole track is pretty strong, like power. There's a lot
yep.
of yeah. I think that's why it's my favorite track. Like it's definitely the most rock
Yeah.
song on the album. So I dug it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're real for me, they've always been real hard to put a genre to when I try to sell it to
Oh yeah.
somebody because they're
Yeah.
like, what do they sound like? Them.
Yeah, like atmospheric rock. There's a
Yeah.
little, I mean, I suppose there's a little bit of progressive rock in there just because they're not following like regular time signatures
Mhm.
and they're using their instruments in really interesting ways.
Yeah.
And that was what I was like, man, if I was going to call this something, I suppose progressive rock would work. Like if you were to say like progressive rock with a bit of a Tool influence.
Without the metal of Tool.
Yeah, but no metal. Yeah, yeah. Maybe a bit of a Perfect Circle influence. I don't know. Um,
Except for Perfect Circle wasn't out yet.
right, right, right. So yeah, they can't really be influenced by something that hasn't happened. So I don't know, man. It's unique for sure.
Yeah, they split up and it's like how? Why? How did this not especially in '01? Like
Right.
this should have been, I don't know, then maybe it's just my opinion that this should
Yeah.
have been huge. These guys should have been huge because they pull it off live also. It's not,
Right.
some bands can go into the studio and they can sound like $1 million,
Right.
and then live it doesn't quite translate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then second voice, we talked about that.
Heavy song. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to know. I'm gonna have to read the Reddit
Read
thing
the Reddit
again.
thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe by 2024 he was ready to like
talk about it.
talk
Yeah.
about what some of the stuff meant, because that's actually how I found out. I mean, you can tell the song's about someone being murdered, but that was how
Hmm.
I actually like. I was reading the Reddit, the summary,
Hmm.
while I was listening to some of the songs, and I was like, okay, and he says it in there, so
Well, most clever, or however you want to word that, lyricists, or at least I don't know. A lot of people write in a way that it's ambiguous. It can mean a couple different things, which
sure,
actually leads into song five, "Sell Them Dreams."
right, right,
I like that. I like that line. Um, "We'll sell them dreams," because it will sell our dreams to somebody because that's all we got. We'll sell them dreams.
yeah, yeah,
Or is it I will sell them, the other
yeah,
people, the
to you, yeah,
dreams?
yeah,
And I
yeah,
just think it's clever. The wording is real clever there. And of
yeah,
course,
definitely.
again, his vocals are so strong, so good.
Yeah, I think that song is one of the probably the best example of how they make a song out of non-traditional uh
Hooks, melodies.
yeah, like noises, and the thing that's crazy is they're using guitar, bass, drums. They're using the stuff that everybody uses, but
Right,
they're doing it so differently than anything I've ever heard. Like
right.
in Seldom Dreams, the drums are doing this really cool, like, oh man, it sounds like it's a hi-hat, but it could also be the snare. Like, I don't know, with brushes. Like, I'm not sure what he's doing with the drums, but it sounds really freaking cool.
You
And
have
then
to re-listen. I think this is the kind of
yeah,
album that you have to listen to a couple times because
right,
at first maybe you'll hear Billy's voice and what he's doing, but
yep,
then it's like, wait, what is that guitar doing over there?
right,
And then
and that
it's
was.
doing, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, no, go ahead, man.
I was just saying, and it's doing its own thing that
Yeah.
also fits. And then so is the bass player,
Right,
and
right,
so is the drummer,
yep,
but it all fits so well together that I think, especially when I've listened to it a bunch of different times here and there, I can just pick out a different instrument to listen to and
yeah,
learn
yeah.
or hear something new in it.
Yeah, I was focusing the first time I listened to Seldom Dreams, I was focusing on the drums because it sounded so neat. Like whatever they're doing with those drums, it sounded really cool. But then I listened to it again and I was like, wait, what is the guitar doing in this song? Because it's not playing the guitar isn't really playing a riff. It's just popping in and making sounds. It's just
Right.
like, what is happening? It's so cool, man.
Kind
What
of
you,
doing the same thing he's
yeah,
doing with his voice.
yeah,
It's changing, like some of it's up here and then
yep,
it's subtle again and whispery. The way these guys work together, especially for such young guys,
right.
is pretty phenomenal, really.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the album, obviously, I mean, there's big ideas, and they pull them off,
Yep.
they really do. Like,
And then, like I was saying, I think the last part of the album gets
mm,
like from Seldom Dreams, and then when you get into Closure,
yeah,
Closure's a powerful song for me because there's a part in there when he says, "Wounded with her, fighting the words, your feelings I never spared." I
mm,
know for a fact there has been times, be it fighting with anybody, girlfriends, people you care about,
Yeah.
where I've said things that I should have never said. And this kind of captured that. I know I shouldn't have said that. And that heavy man, but not in a bad way. It's just,
Right.
I don't know. I don't know whatever, maybe, I was going to say, whatever he was going through,
Yeah.
it must not have been pleasant.
Right. Right. Right.
Or he
Or
was able to
he's
turn it into this.
yeah. Or you can, he's good at capturing the emotions. You never,
Absolutely.
some people are storytellers. So
And then toward the end, I think it's like a minute and 44, he says, because it takes more than an open hand to let me know that you don't care,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
it takes more than singing words to let you know just who I am.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, ooh,
Heavy.
wow.
Yeah.
That's again, it's like, how did you even put that together?
Yeah. Definitely.
And the feeling of it. That's the thing about this album is it feels a way.
Right.
And I don't know. I think over the years I've used it for more of like a catharsis or to I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I've got an album like that too. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's very the album. My emotional blanket album is very. I don't understand it. Like honestly, but it's yeah.
I,
Whenever I'm not feeling great, especially if it's a romantic situation, you can tell because I'm listening to Dragline by Paw. And it's just, yeah. I mean, but I don't know why. I don't know what it is about that album. It's just something about it, It's
maybe it does the same thing for you that this album does for me. It takes that
maybe.
stuff away. It
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Which is good too because I don't know, once we get in or get into or continue to talk about whatever the power of music is, this universal everything, you need albums like this, or at least if
Yeah,
you're a real true music lover, because it's so like encompassing in an releasing sort of way. That's the neat thing about his voice is how it's like we were saying earlier, how he builds and builds and builds and builds and then release
yeah,
and
yeah,
then on to the next song.
yeah. Um, I think like what I wrote for Closure that I thought was really neat was how there's just this big, monstrous breakdown at the end. Everything just kind of explodes and collapses, and it's just really cool.
Right.
That's
Which
yeah,
is interesting with, the song being called Closure. You would think
right,
that it would have maybe ended on a more like personal kind of final note,
right,
but it
right.
ends almost angry, like you don't
Yeah,
get the closure.
right,
But
right,
there's
right.
also that release of,
And maybe that's the closure. Maybe the release is the
the
closure. You know?
tantrum, the
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
hurt,
yeah, yeah. Maybe that's the closure you need.
right? And I get that. Who is okay? When we're especially me, I think there's something that happens when you're hurt, whether it's, somebody saying something to you that you don't like, that makes you kind of, I got to do something with this energy, with this
Yeah,
feeling.
yeah,
And maybe that's what I mean. Not necessarily a tantrum, but it's so built up that,
yeah. Just a release.
right.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then Hope's End, my God.
mhm. Yeah,
That is such a good song.
yeah,
It's for me, it's deep, it feels deep, it's well constructed, like you've been saying. It
mm,
continues to fit the whole album without getting old.
yeah.
This isn't AC/DC. You're not hearing the same track over and over and over.
Right. Sure, sure. With ACDC, if you're not getting into the lyrics, then you're in for rough time because the music does not change.
No, the lyrics are kind of generic too, but it is what it
Fair,
is.
but if you're like rock, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
there
love
was just
it.
yeah. You got to give them credit for what they do, right?
Yeah,
You, at
I'm a
least
big
you know
fan of
what
the
you're gonna
Bon
get.
Scott era of
Oh
ACDC.
yeah, we've talked about that actually.
Yeah, everything after '79, I'll listen to it, but
If it's on and I got no choice but to turn it.
yeah, yeah,
And like you were saying, the what Hope Send is the actual close of the album that
right,
I know of.
yeah,
So I was actually surprised when Neo started.
right,
And Neo is a super neat song to me. I mean, I don't have kids or anything, but knowing it's about his daughter, you
yeah,
can you can feel how much he is just in love with her before sounds like before she's even born, and it's just all encompassing. And he also says, I don't know what to do or what to say. And it's, again, it's like, I hope most people have at least gotten to feel that kind of love, whether it's a
yeah.
child, a dog, or whatever, where it's like he says in the song, if you stumble out of line and lose your breath, I'll give you mine.
Mhm.
That's I'll die for you. Here it is. I
Yeah,
will,
yeah,
and not in
100%.
an easy way. Suffocating is not a good way to go.
Right, right. Yeah, man.
Did you write too much down about Neo?
So honestly, the last three tracks, when I found out they weren't part of the album, I didn't pay as much attention to them.
Mm.
I wasn't even sure if we were going to talk about them or not. So
Yeah, they I
yeah,
could see why they didn't make it onto the album,
definitely. Yeah,
but and I don't know, they're good songs. I would have been interested in hearing how they because I doubt they changed their sound that drastically. It's
right,
probably
right.
just that these are demos, so I'd have been real interested to hear what they do with
How
it.
they ended up. Yeah, yeah,
And I've always liked Promising. I don't know why. Um, I think we've all felt the way that Promising sounds to me. It's like the beginning of a relationship, you know?
right,
He
right.
says, again, his lyrics always got to me. I would rather you take my breath, put an end to me, than you to tell me it's all wrong because this is promising.
Mm,
Who's not, that's
yeah,
so like everybody can feel that. That's at the beginning of a relationship, that's
right,
the
right.
beginning of something.
Definitely.
You really do have a hard time. That's like me with Jen Christie, man. It's like, how do
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, the last three tracks, I listened to Neo, I guess it
Mhm.
was, and noticed the corn bass.
A
Um,
little more rock, yeah.
yeah, and then I started doing other things because I saw that they were demos. And then I searched and was like, oh, they're not even part of the album. So I
Right.
started doing some other stuff, like making dinner and stuff. And then when I went back and revisited the album, I didn't really listen to those tracks. I guess I should have, but yeah, I was more
Um,
focused on. And like I said too, and that was the thing too. So like, I thought Hope's End was such a great way to end the album,
mhm.
and those seven tracks work together as a whole piece.
Right.
And Neo sonically is very different.
Mhm.
And I just was like, I'm gonna listen to the album the
Yeah.
way it's supposed to be.
Right.
So
When it's
yeah, I just
in
didn't
the
really.
vibe and in the feel
Yeah,
of what they're doing. I agree with what you're saying there, and
yeah,
I I agree. Actually, I thought
no,
it should have been the original package of the album.
right,
Now
right.
I understand why he did it because those three songs were demos for the album, or at least they were working on it
At the same
during
time,
the album.
yeah, yeah. My
And
whole
there's a
thing with
couple.
stuff
Go
like
ahead.
that. Oh, I was just gonna say my whole thing with stuff like that. Um, the album should end when they're supposed to end,
Yeah.
and you can put the other stuff out as a single or a bonus disc or
Yeah, he
something
did a
like that.
different playlist on Spotify that's demos and then a couple songs that they were working on,
Right.
I guess,
Right.
before the split up. So, but you're right with the sound, the album as a whole, Michael and Rain, it fits. It's a whole album. It's start to finish. Let's go. So
Yeah.
when you get to something that's a little stylistically different, like Neo and Promising and Grounded, though I
Yeah.
like the songs because I love this band, it should have been separate, like a 3-track
Yeah.
demo or but that might just be a Spotify thing, you know?
Sure. Sure. But yeah, I just not that I didn't think that the song sounded cool or whatever. I
Hmm.
just didn't want to tack them onto this.
Right.
I just felt like I needed to focus on the
The
actual
piece of
album.
music,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
album as a whole. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And I wonder if he mentions in those interviews you're talking about why he went ahead and decided that. Because you could tell the guy cares about his art and his voice and
Yeah.
everything he does.
Yeah.
So I would think it would have come across his mind too that, oh, hey, if I add these more raw demos, it might throw
Yeah.
off the
The
vibe.
mood of the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. It's a weird choice. To me, it's a weird choice, but
Right.
yeah. It's
I was
like, oh,
surprised
good.
when it got there myself. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, he added these. Okay.
All right.
I'd
Yeah.
already heard the song, so it wasn't a surprise there. But
Right.
like, oh man, okay.
So I know that you're not with me on this, and that's totally fine. But when I was a kid, Operation Mindcrime,
Mm,
one of my favorite albums, man. Loved it.
hmm.
And there was a reissue of it um, that supposedly like brightened it up and like you could hear some of the sounds better or whatever. So I wanted to pick it up. And I picked it up. And for those of you who have never listened to Operation Mindcrime, go listen to it. But also, it's a story. It's a
Hmm.
complete story from start to finish. It's a rock opera, if you will.
Yeah.
But on the reissue, there's 3 live tracks.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, why? This is not, it's not Operation Mindcrime anymore. Like, it's just,
Right. No, that
and I,
makes sense.
yeah. And ever since then, I have been trying to find a 1989 or whatever it was copy of Operation Mindcrime without
Do
those
they?
tracks.
Is
I
it not
just,
on their Spotify? Just
oh, it
straight
might
up.
be, but I want to own it. That's just how I am.
Yeah.
So I want to own on CD what I used to have on cassette.
Hmm.
That's all I want. I don't want any bonus tracks. I just want, I
I
just want
love all that.
Operation Mindcrime.
I love all that stuff too, though. So
Yeah.
put add a disc.
Right. Yes, exactly. If you want to give it to me, dude, if there had been Operation Mindcrime live or something
Hmm.
on the second disc, I would have, you know, done backflips if I could.
Right.
But
Or just a B-side disc. I'm sure they
yeah,
could have found
anything.
more. I wonder if it comes down to, I doubt it with the Michael and Rain album from
Yeah.
Shun, but I
Yeah.
wonder if it comes down to obligations to the record label.
Yeah, I think a lot of times with those reissues too, the record label feels like, and I a lot of people probably are like this, but I think they feel like if they throw a couple extra tracks on there, people who already have it will want to get it,
Hmm.
just for those tracks. Um, but you can do the same thing if you put them on another disc.
Right.
I like that so much more. I have some reissues uh, where Atreyu put out
Hmm.
like a limited edition of what was their breakthrough album? The Butterfly something or other.
I
Um,
remember them, but I didn't give them
okay,
much of
no
any
worries.
attention.
But there's a whole second disc, and the funny thing is, like, I really liked that album. I can't remember what it's called, but I think it's like Butterfly Stitches or something along those lines. But someone knows what I'm talking about.
I can't
Um,
even hear
yeah.
that name without thinking of um, whoop right out of my brain. You know what I'm thinking? Falcor and the big
Oh yeah,
dog.
Never Ending Story. Yeah, totally.
Yes.
So the funny thing about Atreyu, right,
Hmm.
is they were big fans of Shai Hulud.
Of what?
Shai Hulud.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they were like a hardcore band
Oh, okay.
in the 90s. But Shai Hulud is a character from Dune.
Okay.
And so they wanted to name themselves out after a fantasy character from a film that they really liked. So they named themselves Atreyu.
Right.
And so
Was
yeah,
was that what he named the princess, or was that his name?
Atreyu was the boy. Yeah.
Yeah. What he
Yeah.
named the princess?
What was
She
the
got a
princess?
name at the end, right?
Yeah, I don't remember, man. I have not seen Neverending Story in so long.
I want to read the book, but I also don't want to read the book.
Yeah. You're a Stranger Things guy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Neverending Story ties into Stranger Things there a bit.
But I also have a big middle finger to those guys
I
because I
feel
was doing a group, a faction at Emerge, and I called it the Hellfire Club. I took it from X-Men. And then not too long, that started popping off because of the references in the show. And I was like, man,
dude,
wasn't like a
every
jealousy or nothing. It's just like, man, now
yeah.
everybody's going to be like, oh, that's where you got it.
Yeah,
No.
every time I would see somebody in one of those Hellfire Club shirts,
Hmm.
I'd be like, "Oh, X-Men."
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not. Like so
And I like the
disappointed.
show. It's just
Yeah.
one of those things.
I feel like until the Russian prison gimmick the show was really repetitive.
Do you know much
Really
about
repetitive.
it's based off of, I believe, Operation Montauk, Mauntak,
Okay.
and it's loosely Eleven's story. This
Interesting.
Operation Montauk. There's
Okay.
not a lot of it that got declassified. You know how all this crazy
Yeah,
stuff
sure.
is, and Erie, Indiana. It's based on the old show
Erie,
Erie,
Indiana.
Indiana.
Okay. Okay.
Not a lot of people, I think, remember that.
Right. Right. Yeah, Erie, Indiana was the kid on the bicycle in the
Hmm.
beginning, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. I,
Um,
I feel like I watched some of that when it was on. Like it was on Fox, right? Or
I
some
don't think so. I don't think
okay.
Fox existed yet.
Okay. Either way, I'm pretty sure that I watched some of it when it was on.
I
So
know I did because, of
yeah.
course, I would have. That's right. I've been studying that kind of whatever you want to call it when you're not a professor or a teacher or whatever
Yeah, sure.
since I was young, probably since Indiana Jones. I got obsessed with
Right.
it. And
Right.
then once you look into it, it's like, wait, there's all this real weird, life is way weirder than fiction. Well, maybe not, but way weirder than we even remotely think.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Life is a lot of mysteries out there, man. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So
The last thing, I guess, or going back to the album,
yeah, sure.
I actually ended my notes with a completely different song by them. It's
Hmm.
called Fear of Heights.
Okay.
And it's just because he says, lay down on this cold floor and listen to my worthless words.
Ooh,
Yeah.
man.
Not
Okay.
only, and I don't like the term worthless anymore, right? Because I don't feel
Yeah.
that way anymore. But
Right.
it a little ties in the way I would always write. And then what we're doing now, it's like, lay down, check it out. Just
Yeah.
let
Yeah.
us.
Dude, the funniest thing is like I can't believe that I mean, sure. I think the concept of us giving um like get, I don't know, presenting music that people may not have heard. I feel like
Mhm.
that's a cool concept. I feel like I could see people tuning in to kind of hear what the album might sound like and want to check that out. But
Right.
then the fact that like people will listen to the podcast after that part of it's done, like you really just want to hear us talk about like whatever music that we dig and
Right.
life experiences and stuff. I mean,
That's why
that's
I tell people
wild to me.
it's just a couple guys like it used to be hanging out,
Yeah.
listening to an album and just going on about it. This is what people
Yeah.
used to do, especially in my circle of friends, that you'd listen to albums and you would be like, "Oh man, that line was cool. What did you think?" And you would
Yeah.
just
Yeah, I mean, showing people albums used to be like a way of communication,
that's a
you know?
love language.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here, I love this. I want I want to spread some of that love and that joy and that experience that I get to
Right.
you.
Right. 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 And just like, listen to it's hard. Like you pick out little things that you love and you hope that someone else picks up on it too, you know?
Yeah. That's why I was real nervous about sitting down and talking about this album and
Yeah.
sharing it because it's always meant so much to me. And I think everybody at least understands that there's this meme out there with this little bitty otter holding a guitar, and he's just
Hmm.
like, I wanted to show you my thing. And it's just,
Yeah.
I get that so much because that's how I
Right.
feel, especially with this album. It's just real here.
Yeah. Check this out. It's
Right.
funny because I mean, I think sometimes I have kind of a skewed view of what is famous and what's not famous, or
What
what's
do you
well
mean?
known and what's not, Um, because I would love to talk about Dragline someday, but I feel like everyone knows that album.
I don't.
Yeah.
I will, though. I'll check it out.
Yeah, Paw. I mean, Paw was a phenomenal band, but I mean,
PAW?
yep, PAW, Paw.
I don't know anything. Excuse me. I don't know anything about him.
Right on. Well, the album was on A&M, so major label. Got a review in Rolling Stone.
Huh.
Pretty good one, honestly.
Is it, what's the genre? I mean, is it
Oh
like
man,
this album for me? It's so hard to say
no, I could.
exactly what they're doing.
So they're from Kansas.
Hmm.
Um, it's kind of like Southern grunge.
Hmm.
Um,
Sounds kind of interesting.
they mix acoustic guitars with electric guitars a lot, which is very, very cool. It was something that I hadn't really heard that much.
Right.
So that was a really cool thing. The way that they, you know, like I said, played acoustic and electric guitars together.
Right.
Um,
Blend that kind of,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Dramarama does that too,
yeah.
which my favorite band. So,
And they're not a huge band.
no, they had a big hit, and big hit is, what do
A
you call
weird,
it?
yeah,
Yeah,
a weird term anymore.
subjective term
Yeah.
because I mean, was anything really a big hit? You know? Eh,
Yes, but usually not stuff I like. It seemed like the
yeah,
bigger the hit was, it became everywhere, and I don't want to hear it no more. Stop it.
right, right. Yeah, and I mean, well, that was the thing too, though. Anything. I mean, as much as there was college radio back then, but I mean, it was more of a hit in California. Like on the West Coast. It
Hmm.
didn't, even though the band was from New Jersey. Most of their fame came out west, and
Did they
I don't
get
know.
swept aside with the grunge thing, and that's why? Because they're
No, they
right
kept
around that
going.
era.
Well, they actually started way before that. Their first album came out in 1984 or 85.
Yeah,
And then
that's
they,
what I associate them with. Not quite the big hair, sleaze,
right.
whatever,
Well,
80s.
yeah, in the beginning, they had some new wave elements because that was what was popular, but
Hmm.
they've always been at their heart like a Rolling Stones slash Monkeys, style band. Like they're a rock band, like just a pure. And in the '80s they threw in some keyboards, and like
Right.
whatever, but they are, to me, they're along the same lines as like I said, the Monkees, the
Hmm.
Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Fleetwood Mac. Like that's
Just big, just rock.
yeah, yeah, it's just a rock
I
band.
love Fleetwood Mac. My God,
Me
that's
too.
another great
Yeah,
band.
yeah, yeah. I don't. So I love Henry Rollins.
Hmm.
Um, but when he makes fun of Fleetwood Mac, it's tough. I'm like, come on, man. They're good.
Yeah, what does he just not like them or
So there's a part where he's talking about like when he was young and he was trying to get laid, and it was like his first girlfriend, and he said that he had to pretend to like music that he didn't like. And he I don't remember, like I think he said he had to hide his Ramones records from her, I
Oh my
think.
God.
And then he was like, I'm talking about a girl who worshipped the Tusk album. And he said it with such like disgust. I was just like, dude, the Tusk album is so good. It's
Maybe
not.
he attaches it to that experience and it's
Yeah,
like
maybe.
that experience was awful. There are songs that I can't listen to because of how they would relate one
Yeah,
way or another and I'd just be like, I don't want to you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, for sure.
I
Um,
like how Fleetwood Mac, and it's a meme too, how they all were in relationships and then
they
they all
were
broke up and then they made each other sing songs about each other.
so funny, dude. You can go your own way. Like
And the
what?
sensibilities of it's not pop, but it's
No. Yeah.
they're just a classic.
Yeah, there's a rock band too, they write such good lyrics.
Mhm.
I
And
mean,
Stevie Nicks really has a powerful voice and
yes.
presence.
Yeah. Dude, Christine McVie could sing too though.
Hmm.
And play piano. She's such a good piano player. Like, and Lindsey Buckingham, killer guitarist,
Oh
great
yeah.
singer. You know,
My on my playlist I have is it Never Afraid? I'm Afraid.
I'm not sure if I know that one, but
It's his solo. I'm
okay,
So Afraid is the name of it. It's like
okay,
a
yeah, yeah,
guitar driven, but not like chunky.
right, right.
His
No,
style of playing, and he
yeah,
really shows off his guitar work in it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh gosh, You know what's funny? Right now, the only Lindsey Buckingham song I think of is "Holiday Road,"
Right.
but he has so many other songs. It's just drawing a blank right now.
Right.
But yeah, and
They're
then
one of those bands that
yeah, and
make you
John.
feel a way.
Yeah, definitely. And John McVie, good drummer, but he's the guy who brought them all together. So, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah. I thought
yeah,
his name was Mick Fleetwood, the
you're
drummer.
right. Mick Fleetwood was the
Yeah.
drummer. John McVie. What did John McVie do in the band?
Would he have to be the bass player at this point?
Oh, there you go. There you go. John
Because,
McVie was playing bass and
yeah,
did
yeah,
nothing else. He
they
was the
were
bass
married.
player. Right. He was
Kristen,
married
yeah,
to Christy McVie.
yeah,
Yeah, I just got mixed up there for a minute. Mick Fleetwood was the drummer who brought the band together.
right.
And then John McVie played bass. So he
He's a
was
pretty
the
good drummer. He's
Oh
pretty
yeah.
underrated. He's all
Yeah.
over the place. He does a lot of neat sounds with his drums.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Tusk, dude, the drums in that song are killer. Like so. Tusk has such a big drum sound. And I mean, obviously they did that on purpose, and some of it's studio stuff or whatever, but
Right.
still killer. You know?
It's interesting how these bands like I don't know what happened with Sean, why they split up, but it
Yeah,
seems like these bands that really just create something that resonates or something powerful, whatever adjective you want to use to describe some of these bands,
yeah,
it's so much passion and so much energy that goes into it that they can't get along.
sure, sure,
Because
yeah.
you got
I mean,
that flip side of the passion too. You got the love, but also when it comes time to be angry or hate or all that, you're going to do it with the same passion. And
right, 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 right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, with Fleetwood Mac, it's kind of obvious why they broke up. I mean, you can only keep that going for so long, dude.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
But Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham did a song together like really recently. I haven't heard it yet, but I saw online that they just put out a song or they're getting ready to put out a song or something. So
I'll
good
give it a
for them,
listen.
man. Yeah, good for them, man.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just these bands that can make you feel a way that it's hard to express. And I
Yeah,
talk a lot. Everybody knows. So it's kind of neat for me when I run into something like Jen Christie, where it's like,
Yeah, what do you say? Yeah, what do you say? Man. Yeah, and I was there with this album.
mhm.
I could feel it. It put me in a certain mood, but I was like, I don't know how to describe what's happening. I did my best, but
I mean,
hopefully,
that's what people like from, or that's part of the things that I like from albums.
yeah.
Even though, um, going right out of my head, there's one song that's definitely feels like it's about a breakup, but
Mhm.
it's worded so carefully and that it's the feeling of the breakup. So
Right,
you don't have to
right.
be going through it to feel it because you're like, I know what that feels like. I know what
Yeah.
that means.
Dude, that's the thing about so Dragline by
Hmm.
Paul, right? Like I said, it's my everything album, you
Yep,
know? Um,
I get it. I understand.
but there's nothing on the album that's really anything that I've gone through or that I would be going through. It's just the feeling
Hmm.
that the album gives me. It's
Right.
just Mark Hennessy's voice and like just I don't know, man. It's just something
I'll have to
special
give it a
about that
listen
album, man.
just
Yeah.
to get that feel for it and see exactly what you mean, which is the point of the podcast. Hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
listen to this.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, like I don't know if it fits in with the mission of the podcast. Undiscovered independent
Oh, I
stuff.
just meant the
Oh no,
it's
but I was saying I would love to talk about it on here, but I don't know if it was on A&M. You
mhm.
know what I mean? I don't know how much it fits. I think what's funny. I think everything that we have, every album we've done so far has been independently released.
That's kind of the point. Or
Yeah,
that's
yeah, it's crazy, right? Though by the artists themselves. So
right. Well, those are the artists that need the little not need, yeah, need whatever, the little
yeah,
boost,
yeah.
the word of mouth spread is easier and better now because if you're Jen Christie, right? She's
Mhm.
still doing it. She's still trying to, get her album, do the whole thing.
Yeah,
How? Where do you even start anymore? How do you even get a label to come look at you?
right, right,
They're gonna be
right.
like, no, you don't sound like Taylor Swift. I'm not interested.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. She's doing so much cool stuff with this album. She's talking at. I'm sorry for the people who I don't remember if I mentioned this on the podcast or not, but I'm getting over a massive headache and
You
it
did, yeah.
drained me. It drained me pretty bad. So I'm not yawning because I'm bored, yawning because my body is worn down. But
He's yawning because his taste in music sucks.
that's why. That is exactly why. But yeah, she's doing like a Q&A at a book reading,
She wrote a
which is
book.
I don't know if it's her book or if it's just someone else's book and she's been invited to take part in whatever's going on, like whatever. It's a weird thing, man, but
Well,
um
these artists usually are uh, the creative type doing so much stuff that
yeah.
it's not about, for the most part, probably not about, I got to go do this too, because this might be the one that gets my name out there. It's just
Right.
the interest in somebody who is, especially a musician, that pours everything they have into the music, be it Sean and Billy White or Jen Christie or anybody, Brain Dead by Sunday,
Right.
all those
Right.
guys. When you're that kind of creative, it's like you just have to do all these different things. It's like, yes, 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 yes. Now I'll go do this, and I do it. You do it. It's, I don't know, finding what makes you happy and letting it kill you, I guess.
Right. Right. So okay, so I'm looking up real quick what Jen is doing.
Hmm.
So she's going to be at the Bloomington Book Festival,
Oh,
and they are
I'm a nerd and
having
I like books.
yeah, yeah, right. It's tomorrow though at 6.
Ah,
But yeah. But they uh they have a thing called Behind the Music that's going on. And there's a guy named Michael Corietta, maybe
mhm.
uh, but he's going to be having a conversation with her, deep diving into her process and the album and the story behind the album and stuff.
I
So
love that kind of thing.
that's going to be really cool. If you're in Bloomington, well, by the time this comes out, it'll already have
You'll
happened.
have missed it.
Yeah, it'll already have happened. Well, it's
Oh,
actually
she'll
going to
be
come out.
around though.
Oh yeah, she's going to be, and she lives in Bloomington, so I mean, I think
I don't know what else Billy's doing right now,
yeah,
because I don't stalk him or nothing, and I'm pretty sure that I have him on Facebook because it's just his Facebook. I know
right.
he had talked about Shun reuniting.
But that's cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I would think so. It's just
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
Like we were saying, there's so much interest, and when you're one of these people that are so passionate, most of the time you don't usually channel it into one thing.
right. Sure. Yeah, it's funny. I'm actually so everybody knows I do Most Excellent Entertainment.
Hmm.
And then I do this. And I also do a wrestling podcast called Roundtable Wrestling, which is
Hmm.
just for fun, me and some buddies, whatever. But
Right.
I'm going to be doing another podcast called Turnbuckles and Shenanigans or something like that. And it's basically like a wrestling focus, but there's going to be experts on a bunch of other experts on a bunch of other sports, and they're going to talk about like news and just whatever other. That's the shenanigans part of it. Just whatever other stuff is going on. So now I'm going to be doing 4 podcasts that are all different. Um, it's I don't even know what I'm doing with myself, man. But
Just doing it and seeing it,
yeah,
seeing how it goes, right? If you
yeah,
enjoy it, that's the key or the trick is to be authentic
right.
and do your thing, put it out.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I mean, the cool thing about something like Roundtable Wrestling, I go on there and I play a character. I'm not even Keith when I'm on there. I
Oh,
just yeah. Oh, it's so fun, dude. My goal on there is just to like say the most outrageous stuff and just make everybody, just slightly uncomfortable or angry. Like
do you do it like old school promos?
yes, yeah, dude. I go on there like, and I pretend that I don't know that Dominic Mysterio cheats, things like that.
Yeah.
Like the heel who, you know,
Hmm.
there's a guy on there who really hates Charlotte Flair, and
I think
so,
we just call them fans. Sorry, Charlotte Flair.
but I was like, why do you hate Charlotte Flair? Because she has a dad. That's the funnest thing I've done on that podcast.
Because she has a dad.
She has a dad.
That's the thing with wrestling that music doesn't really have, or at least
Yeah,
the way we're discussing it,
yeah,
is there's so much, there's so many characters, and I mean personality wise in wrestling, that
right.
there's so many stories like that. And sure, there's some of it in music, right? Because I'm
Yeah,
sure there's all kinds of just messed up things that happen on the road, but maybe in the music, that is storytelling.
right.
So obviously, or maybe you don't really want to sit down and be like, oh, yeah, this one time on the road where blah, blah, blah. You're like, no, that's what song A is about.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. It's funny too, like speaking of the road, which makes me think about Bob Seger. Um, yeah, yeah,
I like
but
Bob Seger.
yeah, Bob Seger is cool. But I was thinking the other day, I was trying to figure out like why Bob Seger isn't doing anything now. You-
Voice, right? Didn't he have a voice problem?
oh, did something happen to his voice?
No, that's
Interesting.
um Huey Lewis. Huey Lewis had
Oh yeah,
something.
no, yeah, Huey Lewis can't hear.
Yeah. Oh, is
Yeah,
that
Huey
what it
Lewis.
was? He
Yeah,
went
Huey Lewis
deaf?
is deaf. Yeah.
Mm.
Um, his hearing comes in and out. So he reads lips and tries to hear as well as he can. But yeah, for the most part, he's deaf.
That sounds scary to me. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. Someone's like, pick losing your vision or losing your hearing. That's awful either way. But something
Right.
about you would never hear music again.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Shoot me. Take
Yeah.
me out behind the barn. Say, you had a good run. Good night.
And if you couldn't, I wonder about like if you couldn't hear anymore, right?
Hmm.
But you had heard before, what do you hear in your head?
Oh, wow.
Because I'm sure it's not quiet because you know what sounds sound like. And you know you kind of make sounds in your head, like when you're
Mhm.
thinking. I hope that doesn't sound crazy because I do that, so hopefully.
I'm more
Yeah.
visual with
Okay.
everything. So it's not so much sound, it's whatever I'm reminded of or whatever the
Sure.
song tells me. It's more of a visualization kind of thing.
Okay. Well, I definitely like if I was to stop talking right now and think the things that I was saying, I would hear them, and like if I was to think about a car, I would hear the car.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. So maybe I'm nuts. I don't know. But
I
I
bet that
wonder.
happens. Um, I think that happens to a lot of people. And
Right on.
I have another weird example of this, but you finish your story and let me
Yeah.
try to.
No, I always wondered like what would happen if I was to go deaf, like what I would still hear in my head. Because I have tinnitus and I have
Mhm.
really bad tinnitus. And on top of the tinnitus, I also get like pressure in my ear canals and like whooshing sounds and stuff like that.
Too much
So
music, too much
yeah,
live, loud music.
yep, 100%. It started when I was like 19, dude.
Oh,
I
wow.
remember the first time I came home from a concert and the ringing in my ears didn't go away. I could
When you
not
would come
sleep.
home from concerts and stuff, did you have that? Now I want to go create.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. A lot of times I would write a song on the way home.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times.
yeah, it's
You just
such a
get pumped up for it, and
yeah.
it's yeah,
That's because music is like a we've said it a bazillion times. It's like a universal thing.
yeah, yeah,
It I don't know if it's vibrations, right? Because you know that vibrations interact with your body and your uh stuff. A
yeah,
whole bunch of
definitely.
different
Yeah,
stuff
there's a
that's
whole yeah.
you're at. Right. But it can't be just the vibrations though, because latching onto a lyric
Hmm.
isn't really a vibration thing. It's a
Right.
I wouldn't want to be deaf. It just sounds awful.
Yeah,
I know
dude.
people that
Uh,
are, and I don't know. It's
yeah, I've got to figure out how to. I mean, I'm 51, so
robot
it's not.
ears.
Yeah, but I've got to figure out how to stop whatever's happening to my ears. And
I
there's
don't know if you
it's
can.
yeah. I mean, because here's the thing too. Like in America, um, especially it's more people who live in like industrial areas,
Mhm.
but almost everyone has some form of tinnitus. We just don't notice it because
Right.
and it's just like oh man, I read this whole study about the decibel levels that everyone just walks around hearing
Hmm.
because it's never actually quiet. Like it's just not like even the noise that electricity makes.
There's that room. Have you seen this? It's a the way the walls are made. It's completely quiet.
Yeah, and it makes people go crazy because then they can hear their tinnitus and whatever else. Like yeah, yeah. People's brains are not designed to just sit in total silence. Like it's
Right.
not. Yeah, yeah.
It's a
Sensory deprivation of any kind is not a great way to be.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I don't know. I've been real interested in like float tanks and
yeah.
stuff like that. I think it'd be real interesting to I can't condone anybody do any kind of drugs or anything like that, but there are some of those type of chemicals that expand your mind and maybe the way you feel and hear music.
Sure.
So I would be interested in laying in one of those float tanks where you're weightless and all of that,
Yeah. Phew.
just to see what's your brain gonna do.
I wonder how long I could handle something like that. I feel like that would not be cool for me.
I feel like I'd fall asleep if you took away
Nice.
all the little aches and pains and my back's bothering me. I'd
Oh
probably just
yeah,
go and be
that'd be great.
snoring and
They'd be like, "Well, Icon's knocked out. Get him out
or
of the jelly."
maybe the music wouldn't help. I've had
Yeah,
MRIs where they put you in that thing and nothing helps that.
yeah,
Nothing.
yeah. Freaking MRIs, man.
Yeah, I got
I
old.
re- I remember I got an MRI once and they played music.
Hmm.
When I went in there, they played REM, I think.
They let me pick. It's probably so you don't
Yeah.
panic.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, the guy was like, I got a playlist. What kind of music do you like? I was like, I don't know, man. Just play like alternative rock or something.
Right.
And it played REM when I went in there. I was like, okay, right on.
I mean, that's kind of originally what alternative was, right?
Oh yeah,
REM and
sure.
that
Yeah.
kind of college rock.
Yeah. Well, the thing about alternative, which is funny, is it wasn't even a thing. It was modern rock and college rock was what it was called. And
Oh,
then
okay.
sometime in the 90s, it became alternative rock. And MTV did Alternative Nation and all that stuff, and that was kind of, but, but yeah, it wasn't originally called alternative. It's a weird that term didn't come out until the 90s. Um,
It's
and I,
probably one of those terms like extreme, when that came
yeah,
out in the mid 2000s or whatever that was, it was
right,
suddenly everywhere and it kind
right,
of
right, right.
kind of fit like grunge. What is other than dirt and gross? What is grunge?
Right. What is grunge? It's such a
It's Nirvana. It's
yeah, yeah.
it's probably have to do with the weather over there in like Seattle and those kind of
Well,
areas.
then, should it be
Rainy,
called
gross.
rain? Rain and fog?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But
That's that kind of ties into what I was saying. Once again, I do not condone or I don't care what people do with their life. I am not telling
yeah,
you to do drugs. I'm not telling you you can't do drugs.
yeah,
I wonder, see if I can articulate this right, because especially speaking of Seattle, we know that heroin just
yeah, yeah. Bad
ravaged,
business. Yeah.
but the music was different and it was unique. And I wonder if it's not like a mixture of, I don't know about everybody else, but when it's a rainy, gloomy day, you kind of feel, yeah, what a day.
Yeah.
Blah.
Yeah.
So if you feel that all the time,
Right.
and then once you add in whatever's going on in your brain with these chemicals, it's almost
Sure.
like it had to be there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you don't want to say something like that, but what would have Lane Staley sound like if sonically he would have still sounded amazing, right?
Right.
But if he hadn't been that,
Yeah.
could you take chemicals out of music?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, did we talk about Jimi Hendrix on here? Um,
Probably.
Jimi Hendrix used to take acid and put it under his bandana,
Yeah,
and he would sweat, and it would run down his face.
I'm pretty sure we talked about Jimi
Yeah, I
Hendrix
think.
because I
Yeah,
told
he.
you somebody, his bodyguard or somebody wrote a really interesting book about how they killed Jimi Hendrix
Oh
and then
yeah.
he fell off a really tall building. That happens all the time. You just fall and that's it.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah, man, that's
It's
crazy.
got to be something to do with the type of person some of these artists are, right? Like
Right. Sure.
you couldn't have got a Jimi Hendrix without whatever the LSD was doing to expand, I guess, his mind, or at least the way
Yeah.
he thought,
Yeah. Yeah.
because maybe that, right? I've done acid or whatever. I think you said you have
Sure.
too.
Yeah.
Again, whatever. Don't do drugs.
Many,
I
many
don't,
years ago.
yeah. I get it. He was trying to express what he was seeing and feeling in the music.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you took that away, would we still get Jimi Hendrix?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
It's one of those things, but I don't know. I think maybe it's more the all in creative personality, right? And a lot of drugs or a lot of these chemicals do something with the way you perceive stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe that's got a lot more to do with it than necessarily what the drug is. It's more the shift in perspective.
Right. Sure.
Because something like mushrooms or LSD, I would imagine heroin too, you're
Yeah.
not gonna, that perspective, you're not gonna get it.
Right. Sure. I remember when I was on drugs, I couldn't do anything creative while I was on drugs. But afterwards, I could write about the experience,
Oh, okay.
things like that. Um, I
No, I think
never,
you're right.
yeah,
Honestly, I
but
could prepare
yeah,
like you're saying. I'll use some opiates for an example because I back and neck all messed up from
right,
wrestling. Thankfully, I'm
right,
off
right,
of
right.
all that stuff now. But I
Yeah,
was on for opiates for a while, and
yeah,
it's like it's doing something, right? I think maybe it's because you feel good. Maybe it's like a dopamine boost because
sure.
your drug of choice is going to give you, yeah, it's a perspective thing.
Yeah, yeah. But, but yeah, I never really felt like drugs made me personally more creative. Um, I took drugs to have fun, you
I
know?
agree with you.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was never about being more creative. But sometimes when inspiration would strike, well, until I had a really bad trip and stopped doing drugs. Well, stopped taking acid.
right.
But until that happened, there was a summer where I was like in love with acid. I wrote a love song about acid.
A love song
A
to acid.
love song about acid, dude, called
Are there any
Purple
mainstream
Butterfly.
songs you can think of right now that's a love song to acid? There's got to be.
I don't know, there might be, but
Purple Haze.
Purple Haze could be one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow, there's so many bands that drugs are responsible. I wonder if it's more like
Hmm.
I was trying to get at. I think it's probably more of
Influential.
something opening your mind
Yeah,
because once you start talking about like what I would classify as the very dangerous, hey, don't do that. Stay the heck away from that. Stuff
yeah,
like coke and crack and heroin and
yeah,
that's nobody on coke is creating anything. They're just
yeah. Unless it's like the '80s, then everyone was on coke and creating things. So
yeah, that's true.
I mean, the
And
thing
Sam
about
Kinison.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the thing about coke is it makes you a demon, dude. It makes you a maniac. It makes you like. I mean, I feel okay. So
Oh no, I know. Trust me.
my God, dude. So
I wasted a whole lot of my life messing with that stuff. So
yeah, yeah. I didn't do coke that much, but
I did your share. Don't worry about it.
hey, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. But I just remember I could see being creative on that though, because it made me want to do stuff. Like I literally just wanted to go and run.
Yeah.
Like just leave the house and get to running. So like
I wonder how much of that stuff, not now, right, because of the
mhm.
way it's made and how extra powerful it is. But I
Yeah, it's
wonder
so
how
weird
some of
now.
that stuff, especially like mushrooms, maybe marijuana a little bit,
Yeah.
is actually there for that reason.
I don't know.
Like if you were having a one of those days where you can't freaking do nothing. Is
Yeah.
there a in the original compound of Coke or whatever, did there used to be a safe way you would
Well,
take a little bit and then
almost every illegal drug at some point was legal,
yeah.
you know? And like, so cocaine used to be medicinal, you know, it used to be like, oh, you're feeling a little down today? Have some of this, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
Heroin.
do.
People who were like had overactive, I guess what we would call like ADHD today or
Yep.
whatever.
Yep.
They would give them heroin. Like, yeah.
Because
In the
it
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
does whatever it
Takes
does to you.
takes you away, you know. Um Sherlock Holmes in
Yep.
the books used
Hmm.
cocaine and heroin.
Yep.
Um, but
Together he called it something. I
yeah,
remember.
but the thing about it was because it was accepted back then, and the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was actually a doctor.
Oh,
So yeah, so he wrote it like from a medical standpoint. Like Holmes had all these ideas in his head, and he was constantly thinking and constantly going, and he needed something that would remove him from that reality for a while.
no, I get it.
So he would take that stuff to be removed from the reality of it.
That's probably why I liked Coke. It
Yeah,
for ADHD, they give people stimulants.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So probably for me, I was like, oh, I'm going to do the Coke and get to work because
Right.
it would
Focus you.
normalize or slow
Yeah,
down or whatever my brain is doing.
yeah, yeah. It's weird, man.
That goes with what we were saying earlier, how you hear things and I'm more visual
Sure, sure.
because I I know we're all the same, we're all humans, but we're also so very different. All of us.
Everybody translates the world differently, man.
I have a
But- Oh, go ahead.
friend that was saying their daughter or somebody they know doesn't have an internal voice and doesn't visualize.
There's people who are like that. Like, how weird is that? That's a real thing.
I don't know if anybody like in the comments or whatever is comfortable. Tell us how you think like this. If you understand what we're getting at, which I believe you guys will, let
Yeah,
us know if you know somebody that doesn't have that inner voice
yeah.
or
Do you hear your thoughts? Because my
I
thoughts
don't.
are a constant companion. You don't hear your thoughts. Interesting. I definitely hear my thoughts. My thoughts have a voice, 100%.
Mine are dependent on the thought, right? If it's
Interesting.
something bad, it's not like, hey, F you, you freaking moron.
Right,
It's,
right, right, right.
ha, you idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
Well,
if
I
I'm,
mean, like my actual thoughts. Like if I'm reading a book in my head, it's like the book is being read to me. Or
oh,
like,
wow.
or like if I was to, okay, I'm just gonna think something right now. I thought I like peanut butter, and I could hear I like peanut butter in my head.
For me, it's, you'll say peanut butter,
Yeah.
and then my brain will whirl visually. It's like,
Wow, that is
in my brain, there's
wild.
almost like a gigantic Rolodex. And if I'm not careful, it's just going.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure.
But you said peanut butter. So I'll stop it on peanut butter. And then everything opens up in my mind. I like peanut butter. I like crunchy peanut butter. I did this thing with peanut butter once. Ah, see, peanut butter and peanut
Holy
butter cookies.
shit, man, that is wild, dude. That is wild.
Yeah.
I've
It,
never talked to anyone about this before. That's
most
so
people
crazy.
don't. It's only now becoming acceptable for us to even say, yeah, I'm weird in the brain. So what?
Right, right, right. See, I didn't know, I guess, that what happens to me when I have thoughts are different than what happens to you or to anyone else. I thought that's how everyone's brain worked. And then I did find out about people who don't have that at all. And it's just like, holy crap.
Do you enjoy music if you don't have that?
Right. Weird. So
Because
interesting.
what would be going on that is it all feel? You're like, oh, I like this song because it makes me feel happy, or I like this song because it makes me feel sad, or
Yeah. How do you even think about stuff if you? It's so weird. I don't.
yeah, it when I
Humans are crazy,
oh, absolutely.
man.
I don't know why they're over time or whatever that we've all put ourselves in these little boxes or um I'm the same as at least my tribe or my group.
Yeah,
Man, all of my people, my tribe, my close whatever are so like not me. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
maybe that's the I can't say the key because that has nothing to do with you not being able to visualize.
Right.
But if you're around people that get you and a little bit it's being a music fan too because you can express and feel so many different things like the song the second voice by Shun we
Yeah,
got to feel what it what happened when the guy at least found out about the murder or something
yeah, 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 for sure, man.
and we didn't go murder anybody
Nope, definitely didn't do that.
and maybe I think I got lucky with my parents. They were very supportive. Maybe
Right.
that's why I never thought about how other people's brains or the way they think is different. Because my
Yeah.
parents were just like, it's you, do you. You know what I mean? Make what is going on with you work.
Right. 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 Do you
Hmm.
know what's? You know what else is funny too? So red. We both agree that I have red glasses on,
Hmm.
but the color red that you see is not the same color red that I see.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard this, and I don't
Every,
know how.
we all know because your red and my red are both red, but they don't look the same.
Oh, the shading.
The
Yeah.
shading,
Okay.
right? Everybody's eyes refract lights slightly different,
Right,
and
but
it
it's
has to do with
still
like the color of your pupil and certain things. So nobody sees colors the exact same, but we all know it's the same color.
right.
That is weird as hell, dude.
Well, it's because there's pigment, right?
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
pigment that make there was something specifically that made your glasses that color.
right,
And
right,
that's why we know it's that color because when you're
right.
teaching colors to people, well, being colorblind would be so like,
Like you see in grays, that'd be
yeah.
so weird. Be
I think most
so
people
weird.
say that it's more like certain colors they don't
Yeah,
see. I don't think it's
yeah,
like full on maybe.
yeah. Well, I know that like if you like, there's different degrees of it, but like if you are like colorblind to where it's like everything is kind of washed out and you see in different shades of gray, like some of the grays are lighter and some of them are darker, but that's what you see.
Right.
That would be the trick. It'd be like living in a freaking 1950s TV show, you know?
Yeah.
Man,
No, I see what you're saying.
man.
That's it's kind of interesting that you were bringing this up because my brain did the thing as soon as you said colorblind.
Yeah.
There's a song called
Okay.
Colorblind, and I
By
think it's
Counting
original.
Crows?
Yeah,
Yeah, great song, man.
and my brain went, I like that song. How the Counting Crows are
Oh,
great. How is
that's a great song, dude.
yeah?
Yeah,
It's kind of like I don't know, heartbreaking.
it is. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the thing is, so like that song is about falling in love,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
But it sounds so. It's like, man.
Well, when you, I would assume most people understand, but some people meet their person in high school, and yay, off to the races you go.
Sure, sure. Yeah, good luck.
But um, no, no, it's that getting out that thing, right? It's sure it's about being in love, but that
Yeah,
doesn't always mean it's a good thing because
yeah,
maybe that love is gone.
yeah,
He still wants to sing about what it meant to him, but
yeah,
now there's a sadness with it.
yeah.
Good
I think,
songwriters know how to do that.
yeah, I think that Counting Crows are so underrated. I,
Sometimes,
yeah,
sometimes they're not good.
You don't think? I mean,
No, he's I don't know if it's his style or what he's doing, but live he does so much vocally different than
yeah,
the song.
especially with the older songs.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah, yeah,
it almost feels like he's making it up as he's going and he's not
right,
in the tune,
right, right,
which
right,
is
right.
fine. That's your song. You write it
Yeah,
however you want.
yeah,
But I do kind of want to hear Mr. Jones.
yeah. When I saw them and they did Mr. Jones, it wasn't even the same song.
Yeah.
Like he just, yeah. You know, Chris Robinson's like that too.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
older songs, he does not sing them.
Right. But he
Yeah,
sings them in that kind of more of a swagger way. And it's a different, it's
yeah.
like,
But he still really changes the phrasing and like the rhythm to it, and then and the band is still kind of playing the same song. So it's like it's a weird, you know,
yeah,
it's yeah. But
it's a
yeah,
their expression compared. I wonder what he hears in his head.
right, right. But I mean, I guess the Counting Crows on record
Mm.
are underrated. Like as
Especially
far
that
as
first album.
yeah, 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 yeah. But that yeah, and Recovering the Satellites is really good too, and
I
you know,
stopped liking him really. I don't know. It, I don't know if it's they leaned more pop or whatever, but the songs that I really liked off of the first album are like Perfect Blue Buildings,
sure,
Time and Time Again,
yeah,
and Anna Begins. And of course, Mr. Jones,
okay,
that song's just fun to me. I like it.
right.
But those songs are not like the rest of their stuff at all, especially after August and everything after.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I
So
just, yeah.
my favorite song on that album is "A Murder of One."
On the first album,
Yeah, it's the
man,
last. It's the
it's the
last
last track.
track, and it's kind
I
of
haven't
like
heard it in a long time.
it's like the dude. That song could almost be a metal song if you gave it to somebody else. It's very percussive and very loud, and like, plus the lyrics are freaking great. You know,
Yeah, I
so
I could see that because Bert Anna Begins might be my favorite song on that
yeah,
album. And
yeah,
it's so neat. It's
yeah,
like the lyrics aren't like super clever or and his voice isn't something crazy like Billy White or
yeah,
Jen Christie, but there's a vibe and a feel to it that is so like it sounds like exactly what he's singing about. Like he met a
yeah, yeah.
girl on vacation and
Yep,
holy shit, this might be more than, you know,
yeah.
a
More
fling
than
or whatever,
right, right.
but he knows that it's not gonna work.
Yeah, yep. If I always feel like his voice is like if Tom Petty and Van Morrison had a kid, it would be it would
I
be
don't
Adam
do that.
Duritz.
It sounds like um you do that a little more than I do,
Yeah,
where you're
I
like,
always do
oh, their
that.
voice sounds like a mix of
Yeah,
this or that. And
I always
sometimes I do it.
yeah, I compare, especially voices. Like
Yeah, but
I don't know why.
comparison is the thief of joy.
Well, I think that familiarity,
Yes.
like if I can attach it to something else, then I'm like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
yeah, this sounds like this,
And
and then
I like Tool, so I like a
right,
sound of that, or I like
yeah,
Clutch, or yeah, I
yeah,
see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah.
and to me, like Jawbox, Clutch sounds like Jawbox, and
Jawbox.
Rollins and Quicksand.
That name sounds real familiar.
Did you know the song "Savory"? That was their hit, if you will.
Actually, I know that song because between the buried and no, Deftones covered it, right?
Did they? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not a
on
Deftones fan, but I
mm,
wouldn't be surprised. It's definitely something the Deftones would cover. Like
mm,
it's I wouldn't be surprised. Jay Robbins I would is probably an influence on them.
mm,
So yeah.
Deftones make what is it? Music for horny emo kids?
So I my thing is it Chino Marino? Is that his name?
Yes,
I've never dug that guy's voice
I
ever.
could see that.
I got Team Sleep to see if I liked it more in a different context.
Uh-huh.
Still didn't like it. So yeah, it's just something about the way he sings. It's just not for me, man.
Yeah, and there's a lot that I do that too, and it's
Yeah,
like we're trying to sort of get at. It's not anything he's doing. It's just
yeah, dude, it's just not for me. People love the Deftones. Jeremy Ping, we know Jeremy. You know Jeremy, right?
I think so.
Has a Deftones tattoo on his calf. You know, it's just like right on, brother. We
Yeah,
were so I don't know like how well you know Jeremy, or you said
not
you
very
think
well.
so, but yeah. So John Barker, Brandon Prophet,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Jeremy's his best friend.
Okay.
And so we were helping John move, and Jeremy was wearing shorts, and I was like, dude, is that a Deftones tattoo on your calf? And he was like, yeah. I was
Is
like,
it the ponies?
yeah,
The
I don't
running?
remember what it was, dude, but it was a Deftones tattoo. He is actually the like the head of production, or maybe the head of videography or something like that for AEW now.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
nice.
Someone who is a legitimate friend of mine who I hung out with, and like is part of
I
the second
love
biggest wrestling company in America.
I
So,
love it when my friends get things.
dude, I
Hell
was
yes.
so
You know what
happy
I
for
mean?
him, man. And he never posts on Facebook anymore. He always posts where he's going. Like
Mhm.
Jeremy Ping is in the Chicago airport heading to Osaka, Japan. It's just like,
I'm
hell yeah,
starting
he
to
is.
learn that Facebook is stealing my attention
Yeah,
because I'll just blah or blah when I could be reading, could be listening to music, I could be
dude, my
playing some
phone.
video games.
I used to read so much more.
Yep.
I used to read so much more. My phone, and for me, it's not as much Facebook as it is games.
Mhm.
I play a shit ton of mobile games, dude.
It's
And
stealing your
yeah,
attention.
yeah. And I mean, I have stuff I could read.
I've been putting in real effort to reading more. I just got a new Lane Staley book that I'm excited to
Nice,
dig
nice.
into. I think I posted on Facebook, so
Cool.
um
Do you know Alter Ego by Roy Thomas, the comic?
no,
Hey, do you know Roy Thomas?
I don't think so.
Okay, so Roy Thomas is like a comic book historian, an
Oh,
amazing writer. He wrote All Star Squadron in the '80s. And he's just,
okay.
yeah, and he wrote a lot of those JSA revivals and stuff like that that they were doing in the '80s and early '90s. Um, so he wrote a book called Alter Ego. It was like I don't know if it was creator owned, but he created the whole thing. Like the whole concept is his.
Alter Ego.
Um,
I don't know.
and issue 6, this is decades later. Issue 6 just came out on Kickstarter. I I backed the Kickstarter, so just the other day I got issue 6 of Alter Ego by Roy Thomas, and I could be reading that.
I might look it up. Oh, I still read comics. I'm a
Yeah,
nerd. Now though, I'm making it a point. If I notice I'm just blah blah flipping around Facebook, I'm like, stop it. If
yeah,
you aren't actually engaged, then why are you doing it?
right, dude. Well, my job. I
I don't know
literally,
what you do for a living,
you don't know
actually.
what I do? Okay,
No.
I'm a home health aide, and I do
Okay.
the overnight shift,
Oh wow.
so 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. And from like 10 until 7, my client is asleep.
Ah,
Now I can kind of straighten up the house and do whatever,
right.
but imagine how much reading I could be doing during that time too. You
Why aren't
know,
you?
because I'm on my freaking phone.
Yeah. I do audible.
Yeah, I listen to
That's
podcasts and I watch some stuff on TV, but really the majority of my time now is taken up playing games on my phone.
that's why I think, or not I think, I know I am getting so much enjoyment out of this podcast because
Yeah,
now I have to sit. I guess I don't have to, but I do for at least an hour and
right.
concentrate on listening to this music.
Yeah,
So
man.
the fulfillment and the enjoyment I'm getting out of it is way better than if I don't know, twittered for an hour or anything like
Right.
that.
Sure. Yeah, man. Yeah, and you have to really, concentrate and live in the music and, you know.
That's probably a part of why no one people are still making full albums, but the
Yes.
mainstream music is just a single because our attention spans are so gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Um,
maybe that's why the music does a lot of modern music doesn't do anything to me because it's just made for you to go bop 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 beep boop bop
yeah.
on the day.
Yeah.
Where growing up as a heavy reader, no, that's not what I want. I don't just want to bob through the day. No, man, I want to feel something. If it's the book, feeling the different lives or whatever, the fun of a comic book. If it's
Yeah.
the songs like tonight's band dragging something out of me, or even just making me sit and remember. Oh man, especially now that I'm older, I can look back on, like, I'm sure the breakup, whatever I went through when I first found the album. Oh yeah, I guarantee it sucked. It was probably like earth shattering and blah blah blah,
Right. Sure.
whatever. But now I can look back on it, especially listening to this, and go, that's interesting that I felt that way. And it's
Right.
not so much of a I'm gonna cry because I'm sad. It's like, no,
Yeah.
I know what that feels like, so I can relate. How do you relate if you're on Facebook?
Yeah. Yeah. I've got to stop, dude. I've got to start doing other things with my brain. Um,
I
honestly.
think it's important, especially since we're doing this now, and I have to really. It don't count with music because I'll put music on doing my chores,
Oh
or
yeah,
I'll
I
put
never stop listening to music. Yeah.
right. But there's definitely something about sitting down to focus on something that takes a little bit of time like that, even if it's just reading a comic book and looking at the visuals of it. Because I don't listen
Right.
to music when I read or reading comics anymore. I don't.
Oh wow. Okay.
I don't want it. I
See,
go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say I have to have as much stimulation as possible.
Hmm.
Podcasts are hard for me. Um, even though I do 985 of them,
Right.
because I have to just sit and concentrate. I don't have anything else on. I don't, I'm not reading anything while I'm talking to you. I'm, you know, we're
I
just
I
talking.
don't know if it's my jobs and the things I've always done. Like I'm a machinist, so I've almost
Yeah.
always ran machines.
Right.
There comes a point, and I say this all the time, I let the machine take over, meaning my human machine.
Yeah.
That's
Just tell
why I love
myself.
patterns and rhythms because
Yes.
I can get to work and I know I'm doing my stuff right because running in the background is do this, bolt this, all
Process.
this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But all of the rest of this weird ADHD brain can concentrate on the podcast or
Right.
on the
Right.
music or stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, since I don't work there anymore, when I worked at Emerson, we had to have like not had to, but well, you
Mhm.
had to have ear protection of some kind.
Right. Yeah.
I would always opt for the big over the ears so
Hmm.
that I could put earbuds in and listen to music while I was working. You are not allowed to do that, but guess what, guys? I
No,
haven't
you're
worked at
not.
Emerson in 3 years.
Right.
So,
And it's fine. You're not. When I started at Knopf in Shelbyville,
yeah,
I had these earphones that
yeah.
looked like the yellow safety.
Yeah, they actually make those so
I
you can
know.
like trick your freaking,
Hmm.
trick your supervisors. I
And
knew
the
guys
funny
on the
thing is,
line,
yep, it.
yeah, who had those.
I can prove there's data. I've seen it done.
Yeah.
Can prove that if you let your employees have music, their production goes up, their
Yes.
morale goes up, the way they
Yes.
treat each other goes up because now you're oh, you like this song too? Where
Yeah.
maybe normally you'd be like, I cannot stand Wendy's voice. But then
Right.
when the song's playing, you're like,
All right,
this
Wendy.
too? And then there's like a bonding human element there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's, you don't, again, you're not getting that on Facebook. Even if you
Yeah.
say, hey guys, listen to this song, it's still a little bit different to be next
Yeah,
to
for
each
sure.
other.
Yep.
And music is so important to that. And I don't know why most factories are like, nah, you can't listen to music.
Right. I remember this was years ago. I think it was China did a study on factory workers who worked on an assembly line,
Hmm.
and they had one set of workers who just had to stand there and do their job, and then they
Right.
had another set of workers where they pumped in music. Um,
That's weird because now China, they're like, they love, maybe, no, I'm thinking Japan. They love uniform. You're a robot. You're,
yeah, yeah. But they did it to see if playing music affected productivity, and the workers who got the music played,
hmm
their productivity was like 12% higher or something
yep.
silly like that.
Because of what music does, the magic of it, it gets you into a zone, whether it's like I say, where I can listen to the music and just let what I call the machine take care
Yeah,
of it,
yeah,
or it's the now I'm in a good mood, right? It's hard to be in a bad mood if you're, I don't know, jamming to your, if you're rocking out to your jams, you're not in a bad mood.
yeah,
I guess
man.
you could be if you're listening to something terrible. Now,
Yeah, but even stuff. Well, if it's your music, hopefully you're not putting something in that like you hate.
unless your taste sucks,
Yeah, unless your taste sucks, and even then, you still don't hate it. It
right?
just sucks, you know.
Yeah. No, that's just, I'm going to throw it out here. That way, no one else gets to say it. They can't go, your taste in music sucks. Because I go,
Right.
really? Because, yeah, that's what we named it. Well, you
That
named
is that's
it.
what I named it. Yeah, yeah.
It's taken that away. That's not an insult. Like, okay.
No, not at all. My thing is, man, like, well, originally when I was gonna do this, which is kind of why the name is what it is,
Hmm.
I was gonna talk about an album that I really loved and have someone else come on and give counterpoints. I thought that would be fun.
Yeah.
So that's
It's hard to
actually,
give. How would you give a counterpoint though? Like, if I told you, hey, I really enjoyed, you said Piece by Piece might have been your favorite.
yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah.
Second Voice. I really enjoyed Second Voice and then the way his voice and vocals and how is there a counterpoint?
Well,
No,
I
I
mean,
hated it. What?
do you want to talk about the Deftones? Because I can give you
We
some
can.
counterpoints on the Deftones.
We can. I enjoy songs like Passenger
Yeah.
and they got songs I enjoy.
So
So what is it to you that is so anti-attractive? What's
I
repulsive?
mean, dude, um, I feel like a lot of the music is very one note. It's very like just, and I'm sure there's dynamics in there that I'm missing. You know what I mean? But and then that change in the House of Flies song
Hmm.
is so bad. It just and I hate the like. I hate the stuff that he's doing with his voice in that song. And so I
Yep.
was like, hey, maybe he doesn't do that with his voice all the time. But guess what? He does.
Yeah.
So it's just
That's
not
the thing.
not for me, man. Yeah, that it's so whiny and grating. It's not
I
for me,
get it.
man.
You know who Zach Wild is?
Yeah,
He's a great guitar player and a great musician. I
yeah.
cannot stand him now. He does this thing,
Hmm.
like this signature sound. You know what I'm
His
talking
pitch
about?
harmonics.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
weird whiny.
The yeah.
I hate it. I hate
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it took a long time for me to get used to it. The first time I heard "No Rest for the Wicked," I was
Mhm.
like, "Who is this dude? And why did he ruin Ozzy Osbourne?"
Right. Well, I remember him in
Yeah,
Ozzy, but I discovered his
Black
first
Label.
group. No,
Oh,
Pride and Glory.
oh, sure, I remember Pride and Glory. Yeah,
But that was more like a southern kind of blues
yep,
thing.
yep,
So
yep.
that's the stuff that I liked. And he's got an acoustic album. He might have a couple of them now called like Book of Shadows or something.
Sure, sure.
I like that. But the
Yeah,
Black Label stuff and man, I don't I don't know what it is. If it's because it sounds like he looks, and to
yeah,
me, he looks so dirty. I'm sure
yeah.
he's
He
not, right?
does.
But he
Yeah,
looks like he stinks, like he's,
yeah, yeah.
and
Look,
it's, yeah,
You know what?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what the thing is about rich people who look like that though? they wash themselves, and they smell really good. They
Right.
just
Yeah.
look like they don't smell good.
Right.
It's pretty funny.
And
Um,
he's on the road a lot, and he's
yeah,
living that
yeah.
rock star lifestyle. And
He looks like a freaking Viking. Like he's so big, just
yeah,
a massive dude, man, with a giant freaking beard. Like, yeah, but yeah, no, I get it. After Randy Rose and
mhm.
Jakey Lee, um, and then he
Jakey Lee
bring
played in Ozzy for a while.
yeah, yeah, yep, yep, yeah. He did two
Where'd he
albums.
come from? I might be getting him confused with somebody. Who am I
I
thinking of?
knew him from Ozzy's band, and then he played in Badlands after.
Mm, I'm
But he,
definitely
but
thinking of
he's like a
somebody else.
bluesy. He's a bluesy guy,
Mm.
But basically, he played. So it was Randy Rose, and then
Mhm.
after Randy died, Jakey played on one or two albums before Zach Wild,
Right.
and then Zach came in, and compared to the two of them, I just thought his sound sounded so overproduced and so polished,
Hmm.
and I just didn't like it.
Right.
I was just like,
I didn't like
oh,
Ozzy solo as much as I did
I
Savage.
love Ozzy Solo. Well, yeah, it's a totally different animal, but
I left early so many Ozfests
yeah,
because I've seen Ozzy once. If you've seen Ozzy once, you've seen.
fair. Fair. Yeah, he doesn't change his set list. That is one
Right.
thing that Ozzy does not do. He did not do. That
Oh
dude
yeah,
played the same set list for decades.
we're reaching that age. Like, did you and I joke about it, or was it somebody at work? Now on Q95, that's classic rock. They're playing like STP,
So
Nirvana.
weird, right? So weird.
Some of these just absolute legends
Yeah.
are dying. They're passing
Yeah.
away, and
Yeah.
it's like the I don't I don't get attached to celebrities. Like
Right.
I didn't cry or whatever that Ozzy died, but
Right.
I still feel it's like, oh man, especially with musicians, it's like, man, that's something special that went away. That's
Yeah.
gone.
I'm surprised I didn't cry when Ace Frehley died.
You
As
be,
much as I love Kiss.
yeah. And that makes sense too,
Thanks.
because you love like comic books and all the
Yeah.
things they represent.
And he was the freaking spaceman, dude. You know?
I never I was never a big Kiss fan. I think they're so overrated. I
Yeah.
love their look and I love all that stuff. I loved watching Phantom of the Park. I love all the lore of it. I love
Right.
Gene Simmons spitting fire in his tongue but musically,
Blood.
I can pass.
They're just a rock band.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
rock music. And like I said this on the podcast before, they were one of the bands that helped me through my depression when I was a kid
Oh,
because
interesting. How so?
you can't be sad if you're listening to freaking Love Gun, you
That's pretty
know?
fair.
Yeah, that's yeah, or Let's Put the X in Sex
Right.
or freaking Rock Hard or I'm doing all the sex songs, but they also have, Rock and Roll All Night and Detroit Rock
Right.
City and you can't be sad if you're listening to a freaking Kiss song, dude.
I wonder
It's
if I liked being sad.
yeah, maybe you just like being sad. But yeah, Kiss and this band Junkyard were the two bands that I would always go to when I was not feeling great. And they
I don't
always
I
tear it
never
up,
had
dude, every
one
time. But yeah,
I can't think of like if I'm having a bad day, like I mean I could pick up songs,
yeah,
like a couple Run the Jewels songs and stuff like that that has got that swagger to it, but
right.
I would never like um not obsessively, but I would never I don't have a go-to sad album. I don't have a go-to pump me up album. I'm very vibe oriented, right? If I'm in the mood for blues, I'm gonna listen to blues. If I'm in the hip hop
Sure.
mood, I'm gonna listen to hip hop and let a diverse playlist just do its thing because I love it when you can go from uh Jen Christie to Shun to metal because I get to experience and feel all these different things.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what I was gonna say. I am more like, okay, so yeah, when I was a kid, if I was feeling down and I didn't want to feel down, I would listen to Kiss or I would listen to Junkyard. Like that was what I would do. In the mornings to wake up, I would listen to either 5150 by Van Halen or Master of Puppets every
I
time.
remember. I remember I must have been a freshman,
Yeah.
and for some reason had one of those. Everybody could probably picture this radio clock thing. It's like got those brown slats on the top and the
Yeah, yeah,
front of it. You know
yeah.
which what I mean?
Does it have a cassette tape in the?
No, this one didn't. It
Oh,
was just
okay.
a radio.
Mine had a. Oh, I know what you're talking about. They're like it looks like wood paneling on it,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Dude, oh my God, yes, yes, 100%. They were
And
everywhere.
my alarm to get up for school was turn on the music.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
And
why
it
not?
seemed like every time it'd be Bob Seger turn the page.
That's hilarious.
And like when I was talking about this memory, that's the song. And I
Yeah,
don't know how many times it really happened, but that would be a good start to my day. Like, oh, I love this song.
yeah,
Yay.
yeah. Night Moves is one of the most awkward songs ever written.
It was subject matter wise,
The
man, I don't know.
lyrics, the
I can
lyrics,
relate.
dude.
I
The
can
lyrics
relate.
are so weird. So
It's
weird.
about being young and putting your moves on a girl.
But,
And then
but
as you get older, it's not quite the same. And
so when he's talking about the points,
oh,
such a weird freaking lyric, dude.
points of Rome sitting way up
Sitting
high.
way up high, way up firm and high. It's like,
See,
what? Dude, it's way up firm and high. Oh my lord.
I make a connection actually
Yeah.
because for some reason, uh, I'd like to know why. When I think of like older, I don't know, but pointy bras.
Sure, yeah. Hey.
So
But
maybe
it's
that's why it didn't, or the points. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, no, I get it, dude. I get it.
You
I've
just,
seen boobs. I just think it's
I would hope so.
you know, I just think it's a weird
Turn of
lyric.
phrase.
Yeah. I think that's why Bob Seger isn't Bruce Springsteen or John Mellencamp or Tom Petty. Because his lyrics were too literal.
Yeah.
And, he just some of them were so unfiltered, man. You know?
Well, that's what he was. Like
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen kind of is a character,
Yeah.
or
Of course.
his music definitely. I don't mean a character, right? But he's
Right.
definitely got that blue cut.
Yeah.
He's got that vibe that he has created that Bob Seger is.
Yeah, sure.
So
Sure.
to me, it was just, yeah, of course, some dude from Detroit, he's not going to say, yeah, she had tits I like. It's a creative way to say,
It's a creative way to say she had tits I liked.
yeah, right.
You know? Just like there's other ways to put it in the song.
But you love the 80s, and it's
Yeah.
all like that. Well, you
Fair.
don't really love glam rock, right?
Yeah,
You
but I
like
don't
what?
like there is glam rock that I like. Um, but
Well,
it
you lean
has to
more new
be
wave. Don't
I
you
like
lean
new
more?
wave too. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love new wave too. But yeah, but new wave, see, that's the thing. Like people say grunge killed glam rock or killed hard rock. Uh Hard rock killed new wave.
Yeah.
I mean, it all kind of and new wave killed punk or
It's
punk.
just that
Yeah, I mean, or punk
new.
killed new wave, however you want it.
It comes in and it's like nothing else. And that's been the real story of music, right? I
Right.
think you could
Something
sit
overtakes something.
down. Let me see if I can word this right. I think you could sit down and look at some of the major turning points in everyone's life.
Yeah.
Like, it's whatever, slavery was definitely terribly and all that, but they made blues music.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair.
And then, you get into the grind and the hustle and that kind of thing of New York, and then you had hip hop come out of it. You
Right.
had the hippies in the 70s. You had the party atmosphere of the 80s
Yep.
was, and then the 90s was a little bit different, right? And that's why grunge really hit, because it was different. It was
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely
I
a
think,
point in time.
well, there was so it's funny how musical trends work, right?
Mhm.
Um, it goes up and down as far as what's really popular. There's usually a style of music that is really, really upbeat and happy.
Mm-hmm.
And then people get tired of being, dealing with stuff vapid, basically.
Yep.
And then whatever style replaces that is usually more conscious and heavier, and then it goes back to the happy stuff for a while, and then it goes
Right.
down, and then it's just kind of it's an interesting thing, but like you can track that from like the singer songwriter stuff was very popular,
Mm-hmm.
and then singer songwriter stuff was kind of replaced by disco and new wave, and then
Yeah.
disco and new wave gave way to hard rock. So there was a big section of time when music was very happy, and then grunge took over and
Yeah.
alternative rock, and then it was more introspective. And then, if you remember, after grunge and stuff, the next big wave was
Oh God.
boy bands, and Britney Spears and all that stuff. And
Yep.
then after that, new metal.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, that's just how music goes. I don't know what's going on after new metal. I have
I
no
think it's
clue. But
like a swing of a pendulum because you got to have that balance in all
yeah,
things, right? And
yep,
it's so prevalent in the timeline of music,
yeah, yeah, definitely.
especially
You
on
can
what catches on, because that seems to be what the people want. They were tired of Warrant and she's my
Warren's
what?
so bad.
Right?
That's
It's like, what do you mean
yeah,
she's your
yeah,
chair? Uh, what are you guys singing about over there? And B, I didn't connect with any of that.
yeah. You know what's funny about that song? Janie Lane hated that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the second album came out,
Do you remember when
they
they
were
tried to be Alice in Chains?
yeah, 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 yeah,
I don't
yeah.
remember what they sounded like, but I remember they did the whole Metallica thing where suddenly they all had like different haircuts and
Right. I mean, they came out with an album. I think it was called Dog Eat Dog. That was supposed to be heavier, but it really just sounded like them.
yeah.
It didn't really sound that different, to be
I wonder
honest.
if
But
people still like um love that band. Like to me,
dude,
come on.
Warrant is like a heavy Southern rock band now because Janie Lane died. They have a new
Yeah.
singer. Ron Keel sang for him for a while. I don't know if you know who he is, but Ron
The
Keel
name
is
sounds familiar,
got a
but
great voice. Yeah, and he has roots in like legitimate heavy metal and country music.
okay.
So yeah, so he sang for him for a while. They've
So
got a
they've
new
switched
singer
up a little
now.
bit.
Yeah, they've beefed up their sound. But yeah, so it's funny because Janie Lane was like they handed in the album, and you hear the story with bands all the time. They were like, we don't have a single. You got to write a sex song so we can put it out as a single. So
Right.
he wrote Cherry Pie as like basically a joke. They put it out, and he's like, and now for the rest of my life, I'm the Cherry Pie guy. But the thing is, their other songs weren't that freaking good either. He acts like Cherry Pie was such a big like diversion from what they were doing. Warren sucked.
I
Sorry,
was not a fan.
yeah, and I know that's not what we're supposed to be doing here on this podcast, but
Yeah, that's just a hot take. I mean,
yeah,
we're
sorry.
trying to break it down and say why I didn't like them.
Yeah, I
To
didn't
me,
like
they were
Warren because
empty.
yeah, yeah, dude. So that was the thing about a lot of those bands, Warrant, Poison, um, most of the top 40 hard rock bands, glam bands, whatever, were just not very good. There was too much
How did go ahead?
space in their music. They didn't have very good singers. You had to dig to like the next level, to the guys whose guitars were a little grittier and whose
Mm,
bass was a little funkier. And
Motley Crue
I didn't like Motley Crue. I hated Vince
musically,
Neil's voice. I love their music. Yeah, muscular, dude. They had a great sound, but
right?
Vince Neil's voice was terrible. Again, sorry. But
Yeah, it didn't do much for me either. I
yeah,
definitely like, I guess, not love, probably don't ever listen to, but I like a few songs, right?
yeah, yeah. I
Hmm.
can't think of I know a lot of Motley Crue songs that I know. I can't think of any that I like other than the stuff on the John Corabi album.
Where
So
I was just saying earlier that I need to go back and revisit that because you mentioned the guy who replaced Janie Lane, and I was
yeah,
going to
John
make the
Corabi. Yeah,
I was going to make the joke that I'm surprised it wasn't John Corabi.
John Corabi.
Where did you land with Vanilla Ice when it came out?
Oh, I hated it,
Really? Oh, I
dude.
was trying to rap along. My
I
brother,
hated Vanilla Ice.
oh gosh,
It
I wish I
was,
had some pictures. My brother looked so much like Vanilla Ice. He even did the
yeah.
little eyebrow thing.
I don't know why I hated it so much, but I definitely did not like it.
Yeah. I
I
didn't like all the rest of it, but
right.
when that song came out, I definitely liked that song.
I think I felt like he was a white guy trying to do LL Cool J,
Mm.
and I already had LL Cool J. I didn't need a
See,
white guy to do LL Cool J.
I hadn't
You
discovered
know?
LL Cool J yet.
Oh wow, yeah. No, I had been listening to LL Cool J since Radio, which that was his first tape. So yeah.
I wish I could put a timeline on when I would have. Um, Boy, it's got to be eighth grade, maybe.
Oh yeah,
And I
I
told the
heard
story
LL
of
way before
listening.
that.
Yeah, I like Mama Said Knock You Out. That was definitely my
Yeah,
that came out. I was like, oh yeah, I dig this.
good song.
What about
That's
Informer by Snow?
I like that. I
I
dig
do
that.
too.
That was
I
something
still
different.
like it now.
Yeah, yeah, I have the album, but yeah, it was different. Nobody else sounded like that. So yeah, that was really cool.
There
Um,
are a lot of like flash in the pan bands or musicians like that that just
yeah, yeah,
and
and
then
the
off they
thing
go.
the thing about a guy like Snow too, though, like he was Canadian
Hmm.
and he had a whole career in Canada. So there's that too. I mean, and Canada has this thing where their record, not their record companies, their radio stations get paid to play Canadian artists. They have to play a certain percentage of Canadian artists.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's easier for Canadian artists to just stay in Canada. So they're going to get played, and they're going to
I
get.
can't
Yeah.
think of other Canadian artists. Our Lady Peace, who are okay. That's a
I
rock.
like the first album. I'm not a fan of anything else.
Me neither, but they're just a straightforward kind of softish rock band.
Yeah,
Mm,
dude, I can
Snow,
think of a ton of Canadian artists.
you can
Oh yeah,
name a couple just to.
Brian Adams.
Oh yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
like Brian Adams. I'm not gonna lie.
Tragically Hip.
I know them, but I'm not like
Yeah, dude,
real
Tragically
versed
Hip
in.
is probably the biggest Canadian rock band of all time in Canada,
Hmm.
and Americans do not give a crap about the Hip. But
I wonder why
I
that is.
love the Tragically Hip.
I don't know
Love it.
enough about them to know if they're apart from everything else that was going on, if it's just great musicianship.
They sound like Neil Young and Pearl Jam.
See,
That's
I
yeah.
don't even like. I don't in my mind. I wouldn't even
Uh,
like that combination.
oh well, there you go. Neil
But
Young's Canadian.
I lost interest in Pearl Jam. I loved 10. Man, when that album came
Great
out,
album.
I had
Yeah.
it on tape because, of course, I did.
Yeah.
And it's just great. And then they put out is Versus their second album.
Versus. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You didn't like Versus?
I liked Indifference
Okay.
and then I'm done with Pearl Jam.
Wow. Dude, so do you remember the first single off Versus?
um, Daughter.
No, it was Go. So you hear
Why
Go.
go home? No, that's
No,
on.
no, no, it's Go. Oh, please don't go out on me.
Oh
Don't
yeah, yeah,
go
yeah.
me
It's real
down.
fast. It's yeah.
Yeah, dude. And you hear those drums. It starts with those drums. And dude, I heard that on the radio and I was like, holy shit, Pearl Jam is killing it right now. I was like, man. So I went and bought it. Like, I'm pretty sure I bought it the day it came out and I loved it. Dissident might be my favorite Pearl Jam song.
My
Love.
favorite Pearl Jam song is Garden off of the first album.
Great song. It's a great song, dude.
You ever
Yeah.
heard them cover is it The Who, Rain O'er Me? Rain,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
that's good.
Yeah. The Who, man. The
Yeah.
Who, dude.
Now
Yeah.
which one Behind Blue Eyes?
Yeah, it's a great song. Yeah.
Yeah, that's The Who.
That is the Who. Yeah.
It's all about him being gay.
No, Roger
Yep.
Daltrey's not gay.
Yeah. The singer is, yeah, absolutely.
No way.
Yep. Yep. That's what that song's about
Oh
because
my God, dude.
oh, now I wonder if I've got my how would I word that? My music lore mixed up because I'm pretty sure.
Rob Halford's gay.
Oh yeah, and awesome.
Yeah, and awesome. I
I
mean,
don't know
cool,
how.
good for Roger Daltrey if he's gay, but I had no
Maybe he
idea.
didn't write it. Maybe one of the other guys in the band wrote it.
You know, Pete Townsend wrote most of the songs, but Pete Townsend is definitely not gay.
Behind Blue Eyes is about being gay. It'd be hilarious if I had this all mixed up and now it sounds like I'm
Yeah.
gay bashing and making fun of. My understanding is that the Who song. What? What? I hate it when you see something and you're like, oh yeah, I want to hear what that says, and then it's just crap.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it's a Pete song about Pete, and no, it's not about psychopath. It's about someone who lashes out at first to hide their. Huh. I think I'm wrong.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think anyone in the Who is gay.
It. I don't. I wonder where I heard that then because it makes sense in the song
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he's like hiding something, not like it himself. You know what? I'd like to find out where I originally thought that so I can
Dude,
smack it around a little bit.
so this is the reason that he wrote the song, so maybe. Um they played a concert in Denver. This is crazy that this is like played a concert in Denver on June 9th, 1970.
That's my birthday, not
Nice.
1970, but
1970,
June
but
9th.
so afterwards there was a female groupie who tried to bang him, but
Oh,
at the time he was being spiritual. So he was not doing things like that. So he went back to his room and prayed
huh.
and wrote Behind Blue Eyes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is way cooler than
Yeah. Yep.
maybe it's because Limp Bizkit covered it and they are gay as fuck.
There. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean,
No.
not,
Yes, yes, I'm sorry.
not gay
I'm a
meaning
little bit
homosexual,
old.
gay meaning like Eminem means it when he says it.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if he means it a completely. There's no. He is so hyper masculine and
Yeah.
against that sort of thing in his lyrics. I don't think he is in real life.
Right, right, right,
When
right, right.
somebody is that presents that way, like Fred Durst,
Yeah.
and then they talk about that sort of thing, I always, meh, you're overcompensating a little, aren't you?
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I know like I think Eminem and I are around the same age. And
Probably.
gay was just a word that we used. We probably shouldn't have,
Right,
but we
correct.
did,
Yeah,
I mean, so I think that he was just doing
talking like they talk, you know what I mean?
right, doing what the black kids did when they rapped, but as a white kid.
Yeah, that makes sense.
When black people they came up with a whole language for it, freaking ebonics,
Yeah,
is how that was basically just the way that rappers spoke,
right.
ebonics, you know. He was just doing the same thing, but for the white kid version of it, which
That makes sense.
got him in a lot of trouble. But
I never cared if an artist was gay. Why do I
yeah,
care?
dude, I don't give a crap.
I mean,
Makes me feel a little weird singing "Kissing a Fool,"
maybe
but
if you were singing a song about very graphic parts of being like that, I
right,
would be like, I can't relate. But I don't really want to hear stuff like I put my in her
yeah,
vagina. I don't.
right, sure. But I do want to hear "Love's Like a Muscle," and it makes me want to flex because I love it. It's great,
There's something about that specific swagger that I never had.
man.
I still don't to this day. I'm not a
Mhm.
person who feels sexy. Like there's
Yeah,
I've never looked. I mean, I'm pretty normal. I could be like, oh, you look pretty good today. I'm happy with the way I look. But
right.
never, ever, ever have I been like, that's right. I'm sexy. There's no American Psycho. I'm not flexing in the mirror as
Right, 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 right. When what was I gonna say? I lost it. I think. Dag nabbit. I was thinking about Paul Stanley. The
Mm,
funny thing about Paul Stanley is maybe it's changed now, but he has a deformed ear, and he was kind of like a nerdy kid with asthma and glasses, and he was treated really badly. So
yep.
he created this whole persona to take himself out of his shell.
Hmm.
He was not a confident dude, you
Mm.
know. But I'm sure that he is now, you know.
Oh,
But but
I get
yeah,
that.
he
And
created.
that's what music does for people too. Like,
Yeah.
oh, well, um, what was it? Star Child.
Right. Right.
If he can do that, I can, and people like it, well, then I can do it too.
Right. Right.
I don't know. Maybe it's just to me, a lot of that overtly, not overtly, the sexual, like 80s kind of
Yeah.
real sleazy. Let me rephrase that because I don't want to, it feels sleazy to me.
Yeah.
So I
I think
didn't,
that's okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
so I didn't mess with it. I didn't listen to it
Yeah.
because where's my relate? How do I relate to, at least when Robert Plant did it, they were like, of course that guy thinks that. Have you heard him sing?
Right. Right. So to me, that was kind of the appeal of it, like how grimy it felt. You know, as long as there wasn't like so Bang Tango,
Hmm.
one of my favorite bands. Obviously, Mark Knight. We talked about him, right?
Yep.
So they have a
Making new
song.
music.
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
saw a
yeah.
post, him and I do not remember the
The
guy
guy with the
from
last name that's hard to pronounce.
the low keys.
Yeah, the Low Keys. Yeah.
They just posted that they're working on something new. I'm excited for it.
Awesome, man. Yeah. But Bang Tango had a song called Don't Stop Now. And the lyric is literally get it up, get it out, push it up, spit it out. Repeated. That's the chorus, just that over and over again. I love that song.
I,
So I don't know, man. It's
I'm
just,
trying to think if there's anything like overtly, at least campy,
yeah.
sexual like that I like. Oh, you can do it. Put your back into it. Come on.
Oh Lord.
Or
You
doing
like
it
my do you
by
like my neck, my back?
no, I hate that song. It's
It
vulgar.
is very vulgar.
I don't I don't know why I find it vulgar. I don't care about
It's vulgar.
vulgarity,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
like all kinds of crazy stuff, but something about the artist singing it and
Yeah.
the way it sounded, and I was just like, ugh.
What's that one song? Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna say it on
Yeah,
the podcast. I
I
just
had
thought
a
of the
couple in
lyrics.
mind, but I
Oh, but you know, it starts out with a lady singing a cappella, and then
by
it
herself.
goes yes, and then it goes
Okay.
into like a cabaret kind of sound, and then it sort of goes into like a reggae thing. Do you know
What?
what song I'm talking about?
No.
It was very, very popular.
Are you talking about the Moulin Rouge song?
No, dude. I'm
When you
just
say cabaret,
say
that's
it, whatever. The song "Put It in My Mouth." Do you know that song?
no.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, yeah. That's a yeah. It's a song.
Well, I mean, cool. Do your
Yeah,
thing, but
yeah. And it was the thing that's funny about it is it's a really cool arrangement, and like the way that the song builds is really neat.
mhm.
But yeah, the lyrics are something else. Something
That's
else entirely.
so funny.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, a lot of musicians find a way to talk about some of this stuff in a interesting and creative way. There's
yeah,
that modernish song, I believe it's called "Pumped Up Kicks."
yeah. About the school shootings and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and somehow that song is like why am I bobbing along about school shootings?
Yeah, dude. Do you know the funny thing about that is that's the same band, I believe, that did that song that sounds like Taylor Swift. Um oh jeez. In the video, they're playing in a barn.
Yeah, that's not going to narrow it down at all.
Yeah, I know. The band's Echo Smith.
You're not talking about Teenage Dirtbag, are you?
No, I hate that song.
I do too.
Hate that guy's voice so much. Oh my God.
Yeah.
This. Sorry, Nate Webb. Um,
What?
that was his theme song. Yeah, Nate Webb always came out to that, and they
Nate
played the song like 3 times.
Nate is inadvertently connected to New Era Wrestling.
Oh yeah, how's that?
Well, when we were whatever screwing around in the backyard,
Yeah, yeah,
we got to that point where like we get it. Let's next level this. And
right.
me and Tom Van Zant were sitting out at Denny's, just how do we do this? What do we do? And then Nate was sitting at a different booth, like right in front of us or something. And he turned
Okay.
around and he's like, "Hey, excuse me, but you guys sound like a couple workers." And we were like, "No, not really." I
Yeah.
don't know if we told him what we were doing or told him we were trying to get that next level. So he told us about Don Basher and WCWO.
Gotcha.
And that's where we got into the ring for the very first time.
That's wild, dude. That's
And
wild.
once we got into the ring, we started making the connections to take it to the next level. And it was just because Nate had turned around and said, "Hey, you guys sound like,"
You guys sound like workers.
yeah.
Nate was the first name that Q ever wrestled. And he
Nate
was
was a name before Q.
oh yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Nate had done WWA, and I mean, if you want to call that a name, it's going over to Australia and being
Yeah.
on pay-per-view. You know what I mean? So
Was
yeah.
that before Q got started then?
Um, let me
Or
think.
just
No, he had already gotten started by the time Nate did that. But obviously, if Nate was doing that and Q was just getting started,
started?
you
Yeah.
know, he's just a little bit ahead of Q. You know, but yeah, he was the first name that Q ever wrestled.
I don't even know what that guy's doing.
Who knows? I saw him on a show not that long ago, though.
Working or
Yeah, it looked like he was working. Yeah,
mm,
but
good for
but
him.
yeah, right on. So I totally got the song "Cool Kids" mixed up with "Pumped Up Kicks." So it's
Cool kid.
all wrong. I wish that I could be like the cool
Oh,
kids. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So they have a song called "Bright," which sounds like Taylor Swift, but that's a little more believable, I guess. But
Uh, to each their own.
yeah,
I'm not a Taylor Swift fan at all.
yeah. I mean, I appreciate her a lot. Like I, dude, she has some songs. Like I don't know, like "Mean"
She feels
and
like a cardboard cutout that the industry is propping up there and just moving her around
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's vapid to me. It's soulless. It's just me. I know people that love some Taylor Swift,
Right, right. I
but
think
I
that there
don't like
is.
pop either.
Yeah, I like some pop. It just depends on what it is. But I think like there's something to that because she's from Pennsylvania. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
Right. And you would think she'd be from Nashville or something. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, so she grew up in Pennsylvania and was like, I like country music. I want to be a country star. So her parents, who I assume had money, were like, okay, you're going to be one. And they made her into this Taylor Swift, whatever.
Mhm.
And she got a record deal when she was like 13. So if that's your life, you probably are created to an extent. You know what I mean? Like, there's
Yeah.
nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's just kind of
Yeah.
what happens.
And
So,
I don't know why that kind of thing bothers me, but I
yeah.
just, it's like, what is this? It's,
To me, it's kind of like what you said about you never worried if a singer was gay. Like, I don't worry about whether they're a manufactured star or else I wouldn't like the monkeys. I mean,
yeah.
so it's just like, I just, if the music's cool, I dig it. And I'm not saying like Taylor Swift is even in my top 100 favorite artists,
Right.
but she has some songs that I like, she
She
just
works her
does.
ass off, she
Yeah.
can sing, she can dance.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
She,
have, to be fair to her, I don't have any like real disparaging thing to even say about her. Her voice doesn't bother me. Her look
right.
doesn't bother me. I just don't like her genre of music.
And that's cool. I mean, if
Never
that's, yeah.
have.
Yeah. No,
You
it's
talked
all
about
good.
boy bands.
Yeah.
Where did you? I remember. Gosh,
Oh man.
where did you land with boy bands? To me, I was the rebel that no, all
Yes.
this is gosh, there's that word again, but whatever you would say to that this is not cool. This is
Not
not
cool.
what
It's
I am.
whip rock. Dude, I
Yeah.
just saw an interview with the guys from Manowar from the 80s. And the dude is talking about death to Wimp Rock, no wimps. It's freaking hilarious. And then he rips his shirt off and he's like, we're gonna destroy Wimp Rock. I'm just like, oh my god, he's Hulk
Are they
Hogan.
playing a character
He has to be, dude.
like
There's no
Kiss?
way. There is no way. The other guy's name is Ross the Boss. There's no way that's real, man.
I never listened to them. I remember seeing them somewhere. Must have been a magazine or maybe
Yeah, yeah,
somebody had a CD, and I'm just like,
yeah.
no.
My favorite Manowar line. It's every time I think of Manowar, this plays in my head. Real metal people want to rock, not pose. Wearing jeans and leather, not Cracker Jack clothes.
What's a Cracker Jack clothes?
I don't know what Cracker Jack clothes are, but apparently real metal people don't wear them.
There used to be that divide. There was definitely a divide. Your metalheads had your
Yeah,
Metallica shirts and your
yeah,
leather, and
yeah.
then
Regular kids did not.
yeah, or you had your grunge kids.
Yeah, yeah.
It's funny
It's
how that we used to, at least me,
yeah.
you would fall into that. And I think that's just like a passion. This is my thing and I love it. And oh, you don't like it? Well, screw you.
We want to rock, not pose.
Right.
um, but yeah, but boy bands. So I love New Edition. Um, loved New Edition.
Yeah, but that's
But they were,
R&B.
yeah,
That's
they
not
were,
a
but they were the same guy, and they were put together the exact same way. That Ron Perlman guy, he is the
yeah.
one. Wait, it's not Ron Perlman. He's an actor, but whatever. The guy
Yeah.
who put the bands together. He put New Edition together the same way he put together Backstreet Boys, same way he put together who was the band before Backstreet Boys? New Kids on the Block. It was
Yep.
all the same guy. Um, so yeah, I love New Edition. Did not like New Kids on the Block at all. Um, didn't like Backstreet Boys.
Mhm.
Didn't like NSYNC. But I liked some of the. I liked LFO. I thought LFO had some funny lyrics. Um, I
I
thought,
didn't get into
and
any of it.
yeah, I liked O Town. Probably partially because I followed their journey on television.
Oh yeah, that's
No.
right.
Yeah, they had the TV show. They were the first making the band.
Yep.
They were the first one. So I liked O Town. Um, Nick Carter put out a solo album because he got into System of a Down and wanted to make a rock album. It does not sound anything like System of a Down, but I dig it. I like the Nick Carter solo album. So yeah. And as far as the chicks side of that, I really liked Mandy Moore and I liked uh, Jessica Simpson. I thought Jessica Simpson was basically R&B. I mean,
I didn't get into any of it. I mean, maybe whatever, looking at Britney Spears.
I feel you.
I
Yeah,
know that makes me whatever a misogynist,
dude, you
anything
were in
you
your
want.
20s. You were in your 20s, and she was dancing around with nothing on.
Yeah.
You know.
But as far as like, I wasn't going to listen to it, but we would just mute it and watch the video.
Right? Hey, why not, dude? I'm saying, Britney Spears has one good song
Toxic?
every time.
Oh,
It's ballad. It's just her
oh.
and a piano, and it's a really good song. I mean, I think it's a really good song, but yeah.
That um the real life or whatever of Britney is so strange and
Think
so tragic.
and at this point, I just saw her say something like that she thought she was insane. Like she thought she went insane.
They
Um,
probably broke her brain.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was something like that. Like she thought that she had been through so much trauma that part of her brain was broken or something along those lines. It was like, wow, man. And dude, why is Kevin Federline talking about Britney Spears was smoking weed 25 years ago when she was supposed to be taking care of their kids? You got the kids, bro. Shut up. You
Yeah.
raised them. They're adults now. Why are
Maybe
you?
she was going overboard with it.
Yeah, but I mean, why is he talking about it now? That's what I'm saying. Like
Oh,
in the
because he's
last,
nobody.
yeah, right. In the
That's
last couple weeks, I've seen 2 articles where he's talking about what a bad parent Britney Spears was. Dude, your kids are grown, and you got custody of them. Shut up.
you're a
Why?
Cypress Hill fan, right?
I'm what?
You're a
Kicking it.
Cypress Hill fan,
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah,
and I don't know which song it is. I can't think it off the top of my head, but Be
yeah.
Real says something like, "The cheddar's mine. I ain't no Federline," and I'm just like, "Oh,
Great, dude. Yeah, he was
bars."
literally her backup singer, her
Mm,
backup dancer. And then he married her and then divorced her and got all of her money and her kids.
yeah,
Like, shut up, dude.
right, yeah.
And wrestled John Cena, right? He wrestled John Cena.
He did.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't remember that.
yeah. He wrestled
Thankfully,
John Cena. Yeah,
that's there's a whole weird. There's a lot of just weird stuff in music that I also like. I
yeah,
love some of this strange lore, and you find out that Jim Morrison's
yeah,
dad was in the CIA, and
yeah,
but the
yeah,
Britney stuff is just dark. Is
yeah,
dark.
dude. And the thing is, like, kids like her, she came from a poor family in the South, and her mom was like, "We are getting out of this," and she just made her and her sister perform.
You know,
And that was the way that it was going to happen, and
and
that's
then
got
let
to
that
be
machine didn't protect her kids. I
no.
don't
And
know
like,
anything about Britney's parents, but
right.
even just a little bit we hear in rumors that happened to Britney, that's a parenting fail.
Yeah, for sure, dude. And this is the thing too, like her and her sister both like notoriously were not good people. Were not nice to people, didn't treat people well. Um it's just yeah, it sucks. And I mean, you can say it wasn't their fault because of their upbringing and the things that they got put through, but you
Maybe
know,
that's the thing with pop. Maybe that's where I'm making, or that's where the disconnect is
yeah.
happening with me, because it's doesn't seem to be your genuine self. I don't
Okay.
care what music you're creating, but
Right.
as long as it's you and your genuine self, whereas pop music isn't. It's this
Yeah.
fake, bubbly, happy, but you're not really. Does that make
Right. Right.
sense?
Yeah, that does make sense. I mean, that might be. I was just thinking about pop music that I really, really like. Like, there's pop music that I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. But pop music that I really like, I love Wham. But dude, legitimately, George Michael, the
What's the
stuff that
man
he was singing about, it was what he was going through.
in Wham? Or you meant
Yeah.
once he,
Well,
dude,
both. I
his
mean,
I always knew he was gay, but I never
yeah,
cared, right?
sure, sure,
But
yeah.
that dude made some bangers.
His voice is so good, and he
Father
could just
figure.
write such good songs. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know why I can't think of more off the top of my head, but
Father figure, Faith,
Faith.
uh, "Kissing a Fool" is my favorite George Michael song,
What was
which
the
is all about being gay.
Freedom?
Yes, Freedom. Yeah, or Freedom 90. Both of those songs are great. The original Freedom, which is the Wham song, and then Freedom 90, which he did on
Okay,
his solo album.
that's the
Uh,
one I know.
yeah, Freedom 90 is a great song too.
Yep.
That's my favorite Wham song. But
I remember uh
Careless
God, this is
Whisper,
how long music has been so deep in my life.
yeah,
I remember me and my brother, gosh, we were real young. We lived in Indianapolis in this great big house that had this great big, like, hardwood floor attic, and we'd be up there playing with Matchbox cars, listening to music. And George Michael's would come on, and I would love it. And Tears for Fears, and there's a couple Madonna songs.
not a
Too
Madonna
iffy
song, but
anymore, but back
yeah,
then,
yeah.
it's just
Yeah, I
Maybe
never
I do
really.
like some maybe it's an experience thing. Like I didn't know squat back then, so
Right. Well,
I
the
didn't
thing is
care
too. Oh,
what.
I was just gonna say the thing is too. Madonna had a band.
Yep,
Wham had a band. George Michael not only had a band, but is an extremely talented musician. Um,
absolutely.
Culture Club was a band. Tears for Fears was a band.
Right.
Backstreet Boys,
We're not,
Britney Spears,
wasn't.
yeah, In Sync, no band,
Mhm.
and not even like okay, you could say the Temptations didn't have a band, but they had a band that backed them.
Yeah.
It was them vocally in front of a band.
Well, the Jackson
So
Five were kind of a boy band, but they weren't.
right, but they had amazing players behind them.
Mhm.
And that's the thing. Like, once you get to like, I'm just gonna sing over these beats
Yep.
and I'm gonna sing about generic crap, it's definitely harder to appreciate. You know what I mean? Like,
I
it's
don't even
definitely
know if, other than looking at Britney, because if you were, and we could say probably the same about Madonna, just
yeah,
because if you were into girls,
yeah,
obviously you would, no matter what age you were, especially if you were around that age, whatever, that's a very attractive, and Madonna was the same way.
yeah,
But
yeah.
did males even like Britney? Was that just aimed right at the girls? This is
I
you.
had a buddy who liked Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. He's
All right.
really into both of them, dude.
All
Um,
right.
and it's funny. I worked with another guy who was like this big tough guy. He like just got out of the army. He was a demolition guy in the army.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes one day while we're working and he's like, do you like that Genie in the Bottle girl? I just heard this song. It's so good. And I was like, I don't know this song, dude. Like I had no idea what he was talking about.
It was
And
everywhere.
then a couple weeks later, because obviously it got ginormous, I saw it on MTV and I was like, this is what Tim was talking about. This is terrible. I was like, are you seriously like this? Like, it's just funny, man. But
Yeah, I did. It's interesting to me when, especially when you talk about music, when something is aimed at a people,
yeah,
like Jen Christie is female and pop music or whatever you want to say it, but it's so for everyone.
yeah,
Whereas I felt Britney was aimed, let's go get the female demographic. Let's go get the
right,
female
right.
dollars.
Well, Beyonce has made a whole career from Destiny's Child until now out of singing to women. And it's not
Mhm.
like there's not men who, there's men who like Beyonce, maybe, but I think a lot of those men may date other men. So, you know, I mean,
That's pretty. I'd be interested in.
see how many straight males are digging Beyonce? It's probably, I don't feel like it's a lot. And
You're probably right,
I might be wrong, dude. She might have millions of straight male fans,
but
but
wasn't that the '80s? Wasn't that male demographic? The
I'm,
girls? Well, no, no, because tons of girls were into '80s music because of the big
oh,
hair.
yeah. Oh, yeah, man. That was one of the things, like, there weren't a lot of women going to see Black Sabbath.
Hmm.
But then once Led Zeppelin came in the picture, and then Led Zeppelin begat Van Halen,
Yeah,
and just get David Lee Roth. Girls were wanting to hang out with David Lee Roth. Um, and then there was Kiss, and then there was all the bands.
yeah,
So that was kind of a big thing was getting girls to go to heavy rock
mhm.
concerts. So yeah, I mean,
I always thought it was cool when I would meet a girl and she was into some of the music I was into because I was like,
yeah,
oh, well, that means, or at least to me, it meant your mind is more open, or your at least your taste in music is broad enough to where I can have a conversation with you about music
right, sure, sure.
because
I
that's
think.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say I think that it was like, especially during the alternative rock rise, it was kind of easier to find girls who were into the same kind of music as you.
Yeah.
Like with me liking hard rock, um, it was hard. I could find girls who liked hard rock,
Hmm.
but they wanted to listen to Poison and they wanted to listen to Bon Jovi and they wanted to listen to Warren and they were into the bands that, and I'd be like, well, how about we check out Warrior Soul? And maybe they dig it, but they still wanted to listen to stuff that I did not like. You
Right.
know, the amount of concerts that I went to in the late 80s and early 90s because of my girlfriend, I saw so many bands who I hated.
I wish I'd have been a little more uh accepting
Yeah.
because I was too overbearing and no, no, your music sucks. So we're gonna listen to mine. And that was the Tori Amos thing.
Ah,
That's not it wasn't fair to the girl that loved Tori Amos, right? And
right, right.
it's definitely not fair to the artist that is Tori Amos.
Yeah, man.
Because I
Yeah.
didn't have to like it, but like
Right.
I should have been able to go, all right, well, I mean, if you're enjoying it, and then
Check out some Tory. Yeah.
share that enjoyment together instead
Right.
of being like, oh no, I don't like it, and neither should you.
Neither should you. Can't listen to this girl and her piano, damn it.
Right? Talking about girl stuff.
Talking about, yeah, talking about
The stuff that
feelings and
maybe
stuff. And
if I'd have learned, maybe
yeah,
some of these relationships would have turned out a little less
yeah,
uh disastrous or pushed
maybe,
away or
yeah, maybe you would have listened to Tori and been able to talk about girl stuff. She would
maybe,
have opened the floodgates.
maybe.
You'd have been like,
That's so
now,
funny.
now I know about your cycle and stuff.
No, I think it's just more like I just did everybody involved a total disservice because
Yeah,
A, Tori's so talented,
dude. Yeah, yeah,
but that's all just me stuff, you know?
yeah, yeah, dude.
It should have what it should have been is what music really is. It should have been me sitting down and absorbing Tori Amos so maybe I would understand whatever young lady woman more
Right. Yeah, for
instead of
sure.
because that's what it's all about actually, like sharing this album that I really enjoyed with everybody else. You
Right.
want to give them, it's the love language, you want to give them part of that joy. And I think that's
Yeah.
just as you get older you start to understand, oh man, I could have done that better, or I just should have, not out of, oh, I would ever want to rekindle anything, just out of the way you should treat and respect people.
Right.
And how much music did I miss by not?
Just being open to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's like there was nothing like Tori Amos on the radio or on MTV.
Oh yeah, I could
And you
understand that
hear
totally.
that piano, and then her voice just comes in. And it's just like, what is this, man? And
I
she's
don't
sitting
know.
there with that bright red hair and her crooked tooth. It's just like, man, I don't know. There's just something
Well,
about it.
she's everything that I say I like. I just don't like her voice now, but
Yeah.
that's all it is I don't really care for her style of music and her voice all that much.
Okay.
But she is artistically everything I like in a musician. She's
Right.
100% herself. She's
Yeah.
versatile. She's a great songwriter, a great lyricist, but
Yeah.
it doesn't
Just not for you.
connect to me.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I love post punk and hardcore. I should
What?
like the Deftones, but no, thank you.
Yeah.
It's just not my stuff. Like, voices are so important to me. So I get
Yeah,
it.
me
Like,
too.
if you don't like Tori's voice, then you're not going to like Tori. Like,
Right.
there are
It's
some
also
voices that
funny.
just don't connect.
It's also funny that I obviously had those kind of feelings, right? Listen to Shun. I
Yeah.
obviously hurt and
Oh
didn't know
yeah.
how to express things and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But it was more about not um exposing my inner weakness or not embracing,
Yeah.
not showing that side of me. It was like, no, I'm a male. I don't have
Yeah, dude.
feelings, and but I did, obviously. God, some of my
Right.
writing,
Yeah. What'd you think of Jeff Buckley? Did you hear Jeff Buckley when he was around?
Jeff Buckley.
Oh man.
I don't. You're gonna have to jog my brain or something. Who do?
I
Why?
mean,
What?
dude. So he put out this album called Grace
Hmm.
that a lot of people compared to Ten, just because of how raw it was, and some people said that he kind of had the same confidence of Eddie Vedder, but his voice is way better. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, and he did a cover of uh, Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen that's become kind of popular. The single off the album was this song called "Last Goodbye." It was a great song.
Yeah, I don't think I'm familiar with him at all.
Oh wow, man! So he ended up while he was working on his second album, swimming in like the Mississippi River or something like that, and
Drowned.
never coming back. Yeah, yep, never came back, dude.
I think I
Um,
always confused him with Jeff Beck, the guitar
oh
virtuoso
yeah,
guy.
definitely two different guys.
Yeah,
Jeff Buckley had like a 10-minute career, just because of what happened, but he could have been. Oh my god, dude! But
right.
he was very vulnerable. Like his lyrics are very emotional, very raw, very open. Um,
I probably would, depending on the timeline or whatever, when it was in my life, I probably wouldn't have. I
yeah.
wouldn't have embraced it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. I mean, it's funny because like I said, his Grace got so many comparisons to Pearl Jam and Ten, and I listened to it and I didn't hear it at all. Like I
I
don't
think
get it. I don't
I feel like
understand.
these reviewers say that
Yeah,
so you'll buy it.
yeah, maybe.
They're like, it's just like when you see a movie on TV and they're like, it's exhilarating, it's the best movie of the year, it's
Right,
always fun,
right,
flashy, and then you
right.
watch it and you're like, wait, no, it wasn't,
Yeah,
and no one thinks this.
yeah. But what do you think about like vocalists, like the guy from Coldplay or the guy from Keen or the Muse guy? Like, what do you think about people who sing like that?
You mean the specific tone?
Yeah.
I don't think I need a specific tone. It's got to be more
Okay.
of an overall connection with the music and with the vibe and all of that. Like,
Okay.
there's not too many tones that I'm gonna go, ooh, I just don't like. Like you say, you don't like Chino's tone of voice.
Right. Yeah, that's how I am. I'm very keyed
For
into
me,
that.
it's just Tori Amos's voice. I don't.
Gotcha.
I mean, maybe if you got somebody else that was just like Tori Amos and the same voice and everything, I would
Right.
like it.
Right.
But
Right.
you can take a voice and put it with one thing and it works.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you. Because Jeff Buckley was very influential on all three of them. So that's
Mm.
why I was just thinking if you like their voices, you might dig Jeff Buckley. But
Speaking of those kind of songs that I don't know that kind of fit this whole little vibe genre we're talking about,
yeah,
where did you land with Chris Isaac and Wicked Game?
dude. So when it first came out, I didn't like it because
Oh
I
heck
was
yeah!
still very into freaking hard rock. Like
Hmm.
when the album came out or when the song came out. But Baby Did a Bad Thing, hell yeah, that song is killer. So then I went back and listened to his other stuff. On top of that, Chris Isaac is a funny dude.
How
So
so?
he had a TV show called The Chris Isaac Show, and it's freaking hilarious.
Hmm.
So yeah, so I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna give this Chris Isaac guy another chance. And I love Wicked Game now. I love it. He sounds like Roy Orbison. He sounds like a cross between Roy Orbison and Elvis Presley. You know what? I mean, dude, yeah. So yeah, I love Wicked Game now. Baby Did a Bad Thing is a great song. I
I
love
didn't follow it
Blue.
enough. I don't think I liked whatever would have been next. I don't know how I would have heard the rest of his stuff when that song came out.
Sure.
Probably would have been whatever the next single was.
Right.
I
Right.
didn't like it, so I never bothered to look into him or his music any deeper.
I think I heard Baby Did a Bad Bad Thing in a movie. And I was like, who is this?
Mm.
And I looked it up and found out it was Chris Isaac. And I was like, oh, dude, I have to go back and listen to this guy.
I've
So,
gotten so many songs from movies. You'll hear a snippet of it, TV
right.
shows. Like, what was that? Now I gotta
Right.
look it up.
Dude, there's a guy named Mike Errico. He has a song called Daylight that's been in a bunch of movies. It is a great freaking song. It took me forever to find out who sang that song. But now I have the CD.
There's Roadhouse. Everybody knows Roadhouse, the movie
Yeah, yeah,
Roadhouse.
yeah.
The beginning of that is a song called "Don't Throw Stones" by Cruzados.
Huh. Okay.
That version that they're singing in is on Nothing.
Oh wow.
And I love that song, not so
Right.
much the rest of their stuff, but you can never find it. That happens sometimes in
Yeah.
music or music in movies where there'll be a song in there that's just now it's not so much because you got the soundtrack for this or the soundtrack for that,
Right.
or I'll hear it in like a B movie or a UFC commercial, and I go to look it up and you find out, oh, it was created for.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, I kind of hate that too. But it's interesting how that would happen. And again, because of how music just makes everything better, we're so used to music either from soundtracks or just the way they use it for tone and atmosphere in movies.
Right, right, right. Dude, you know the song Fight? It was a SummerSlam theme.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I love that song. It's like every time I come back stronger, but it sounds like the Cult.
Oh man, I love the
And
Cult.
I wanted to. I was like, who is this? I need this album, and it's a freaking. It's just a song that WWE made.
Well, they got that guy.
Jim Johnston.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
made a bunch of bangers.
dude.
Do you know the DX song was from a band?
Yeah, yeah. That guy died
Yeah, I looked
a
them
little
up.
while ago. Yeah, yeah. Chris
I,
something or other.
yeah, the
But
band escapes me, of course. But
yeah,
yeah,
they
that
sounded
guy.
like they. The funny thing is, they sounded like Degeneration. I don't know if you know the band Degeneration, but
Mm-mm.
when that song first came out, I was like, "Oh, cool! Degeneration is doing the Degeneration X theme. That's really cool because they look kind of the same." And then I
Right.
found out it wasn't him, and I was like, "Oh well, somebody totally ripped off Degeneration." But
There's just no like good music shows. There used to be, or
Mm.
at least for harder rock or whatever, there used to be, was it called Farm Club?
I remember Farm Club.
I
Yeah,
discovered some cool bands from
yeah,
them.
definitely,
I
definitely.
think that's missing. And I don't know why nobody, it's probably because everybody's got their hand out. The same reason why we couldn't just sit here and be like, and here is Glass in the Sand.
Right.
Because, well, maybe not. That might be a bad example for us because I know Billy White
Yeah,
is going to be like,
yeah. You're not gonna try it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if we wanted to put together some kind of show like that, and we want this band, there's that record label, that A&R, that those extra people involved
Right.
put their
Right.
hand out,
I've
kind
thought
of
about
keep.
starting a radio. Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, starting. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I've thought about starting a radio station, and there are like radio stations you can create. Like there are servers. I'm trying to think of the way to put it. There are
Hmm.
servers on the internet where you can create a radio station, and they will find the licensing for the song, and they will pay for it, and that's part of your membership for being able to create the radio
Oh,
station.
yeah.
But my whole thing is, could I get enough people to listen to it for it to even matter? You know, like people want to listen to their Spotify's, their curated playlists. They don't care what kind of music I like. You know, as far as like,
But once you add, and I think we mentioned this already, or maybe talking to somebody else, that AI element, that robot element, especially with Spotify, it is not good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And then there's that bit of where it has to tell me the new Jay-Z song.
yeah. I don't understand how people use Spotify like the radio. I use Spotify like a mixtape.
Yep.
That's how I use it. I've made so many playlists on Spotify. I don't
Yeah,
even
I had a
know.
couple.
Just whatever mood I'm in or whatever. Um, I just this weekend, this last part of the week, made a power pop playlist and a garage rock playlist, just because I
I
felt like listening
prefer
to it. So
I prefer random. I just
yeah,
want it to be all songs I love.
see, and I'm like that too sometimes. So this is a weird thing that I did. I made playlists called All the Stuff, Volume 1 through 75. And what it is it's my albums in alphabetical order by artist up to around 500 songs and then randomized. Like the songs are randomized. And
Oh,
I'll listen to
wow.
that sometimes. And I'm on playlist number 9 right now, and I'm still in the fucking bees. Because I have so many CDs. but,
Gosh.
but
I'd
yeah.
have to go upstairs.
Mhm.
Actually, oh, this might be a funny thing if yes, sir.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'd have to go upstairs and get my little,
Ah,
we know
cool.
what that is. Let's
Yeah,
have
we
a,
do.
since we're music lovers on a music podcast, let's have
Yeah, yeah.
a little look
Little
about what's
tour.
hiding in here.
Right on.
Project 86,
Okay.
Handsome Boy Modeling School. Do you know them?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Prince Paul.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of the absolute best albums ever made. Downs Nola.
Okay.
Wow. What a neat little Project 86 again. You
Yeah.
remember having to carry these darn things around?
I never did that because I don't have a car. So I would, what I would do is I would just keep my stuff in the case and just take 10 CDs at a time to wherever I was going to go in a little boom box.
I was so into making sure everybody, it's not, making sure
Nice.
everybody, I wanted everybody to hear music. So I would
Yeah.
want them to hear, I don't even, oh, Still Remains. Most of this
I
stuff seems to be all,
think I have a Still Remains album. They're like metalcore, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty sure I have one of their albums.
Oh, this is all pretty basic. I'm not surprised by any of this. Government Mule, Visions of Disorder, Demon Hunter, Down
Okay.
Again, Lollipop Lust Kill. They were an interesting.
Uh, don't know who they are.
They were like horror themed, like creepy sounding kind of rock metal.
Okay.
It wasn't too bad.
Interesting.
White Zombie. I don't. Oh wow, a live Tool CD.
Neat.
Machine Head, more project. Hell yeah. I think that
Okay.
nothing in here is going to be worth Francis the Mute. That happens to be a great album.
Hmm. No clue who they are either.
Seventh, the Mars Volta.
Oh, it's Mars Volta. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I know Mars Volta. I don't know any of their albums.
That, speaking of like bands that are just, what is going on here?
Yeah,
That
fair.
album
Yeah,
is so neat.
yeah. I've
Faith No
just
More
never
got into them.
had anything by them grab me. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're strange. They're
yeah.
very art, very avant-garde.
I heard them play on the Henry Rollins show.
Mm,
I was like, okay, this is interesting.
Nothing Faced, the album I was telling you about, Life of
Right.
Agony. Oh, here's a group that I really like that were kind of like flash in a pan that no one had ever heard of. They're called
Who's that?
Cellophane.
Okay, yeah.
Their whatever album or whatever song that blew them up was on the. Do you remember the first Ozfest? It didn't travel; it was just a show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They put out an album, like
Okay, sure.
a compilation,
Yeah.
and the song on that was called Ride Thy Neighbor." The
Wow.
song is meh,
Okay.
but for
Okay.
some reason it made me go back and listen to them, and I was just like, "Oh wow, I like these guys."
Okay.
Man, this is all normal stuff. Like I don't. There's nothing in here that would even remotely be worth.
Was Fear Factory on the first Ozfest?
They were on one of them for sure.
Yeah, because I have an Ozfest compilation that has Fear Factory on it.
I have a Five Finger Death Punch album.
Hey, okay.
All right. I feel like I should make fun of myself,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's just because I don't. Here is my CD that I burned the shun. Oh, you're not gonna be able to see the art. That's too bad. That I was able to burn the shun stuff onto. It's like a sad
Oh,
face.
neat.
I'm
Okay.
so emo. I don't know why girls ever let me near them.
Sad and unhappy.
And as you get older, the cult, you find out that it's up here. It's not
Yeah,
got
yeah.
nothing to do with my life not being cool or anything
Right,
like that.
right.
Dude, there's nothing interesting here. It's all basic stuff that you would expect me to like
Yeah.
Corrosion of Conformity and the Mars Volta and
Love
Every
Corrosion of
Time I Die
Conformity.
and CKY.
Every time I die.
Ooh, there's a band. They came and played at the Emerson when we were younger. They're called Root. They were really,
Hmm.
really unique. Didn't have a good
Okay,
guitar player.
okay.
And the singer had like these weird like pots and things he would hit, and he would play a trumpet.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's wild. And I'd never been able to find anything about them online or anything after that. So
Huh,
it's neat that I found the album.
huh.
Huh.
What's the album called? Is it self-titled or?
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
they had two. They had this self-titled one. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's called Ultrasound. And then they had a second one that was called Vitamin B12.
Okay.
It was one of those things like back then, once they went back to wherever they were from, gone.
Right,
Just
sure, sure.
gone. And now that the internet is kind of caught up with at least local bands like that, I've never been able to find
Anything
anything
about them?
else. Like, I don't know where the singer went, the bass player, he
Yeah.
played a 7 string.
Wow.
So the bass is like real slap and it's
That is
really,
what.
really unique sound. And then gone.
Hmm.
Interesting. That's funny that that was sitting right over there. I was getting ready to say that in order to make that kind of playlist, I'd have to go upstairs and really
Right.
look.
You're like, nope, I got this.
Yep.
Dude, that's the cool thing about OCD. It's like. Oh man,
I'm a
brother, I just found that vitamin B12 album on Discogs. Someone is selling it for $25.
Oh, nice. Mine's upstairs, I think.
Okay,
But
so
is
yeah, and ultrasound's here too.
what?
Yeah,
No
someone's selling
way.
that for $55.
God
Dude,
dang.
wow. But yeah, I found them, man.
That's crazy. Does
Yeah.
it say anything about where they went or any kind
Um,
of links to
let's
a
see.
guy's name? Anything?
I mean, it's got the names of the people in the band.
Okay, what's the
Oh,
website you're on?
Discogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Discogs.
DIS disc
Yeah.
OX.
Yeah, DISCOGS.com.
Oh, okay, like discography.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you
It's
just
a,
type
so I can tell you they're Route 19, so you can get right to the band.
I wonder
Like,
if they had to.
no, no, there's 19 other bands called Route, and they were the 19th one to
Oh,
choose.
okay. I
Yeah.
typed in Route 19. So you just typed in Root and went to artist? What is this site?
It's people buy and sell CDs on it and stuff.
I wonder if I could find that was it Iridescence? That band I was telling you about that were like a more of a
Oh, maybe. So
avant-garde kind of pop.
two of the three guys in the band joined another group called the Redemption Song.
I'm still trying to find their actual. Is it are they older in the
Well,
picture?
there's no picture, dude. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
It just says
if
Route 19.
you look up vitamin B12 and go to releases, it's the first one. I should have just told you that. That's probably easier.
Oh man, yeah, right there. Dude, if I could find some more stuff.
Yeah,
Wow. They have a band camp?
they have a whoa. There
Oh
you
no,
go.
this is okay. That's a band called Vitamin B12.
Oh, whoops.
Releases.
Yeah, hit the tab that says releases,
That's crazy.
and it's
I
the first
didn't
one.
I might have known about this site, but I can't spell vitamin. I'm so dumb.
It happens.
And then you click on releases and just scroll around till I find it.
Yeah, the top one though should be when I typed it in. The top one was them.
What did I do wrong?
I don't know.
B12.
Did you do B12 with like a B and then a slash and then a two or a
Oh,
12? I mean?
you mean a one vitamin? We're totally, if
Vitamin.
anybody's even bothering to listen to
Yeah,
this,
at this
they're so
point.
annoyed at this point.
Huh. Okay, so this time it didn't come up like it did before. That's weird. Well, dag
Interesting. So
nabbit.
maybe I need to type in like root vitamin
Is that
B12.
what I did? Yes. If
Yep.
you type in vitamin B12 and then root.
Yeah, thanks for not telling me how to do it correctly.
Sorry, man, I forgot. During that space of time, I forgot.
This is so cool, man.
Yeah. But there you
I'm
go.
trying to find the part where it tells me about other bands and stuff that they.
So right under, are you on the page now?
Yes.
Okay. So right under, there's like clickable links to their names. And if you click their name, it'll take you to like their profile page. And with these guys, there's no bio or anything, but like two of them were in other bands.
No, I'm not. What is going on? Am I just retarded? Can't
Okay.
say that. I'm
Hold on.
sorry.
So we go to vitamin B12.
Yep.
Okay. So go to vitamin B12, right?
Uh-huh.
And then where it says Route 19, click that.
Okay.
And then after you click that, you'll see the list of people in the band. And then you
Nathan was
can,
the singer. I remember that.
okay.
So if I click on his name,
Yep. So he's also in that Redemption song band.
I wonder what happens if I type them into the. Can I just click on that? Can you
Yeah,
hear
you
the
can just
stuff
click
on
on it.
here?
It'll take you right to their albums.
No way.
Yeah. They
Redemption song
have,
members, all those guys
yep.
for sale, videos, lists, albums. Okay, and then I would just click on the one that I wanted to hear.
Yeah. Well, you can't listen to it. You if you want to buy it. Like this is just a sale site.
I wonder. Okay, that album that I'm always trying to figure out is actually called the Raven Project,
Okay.
and
So
that
wait,
is
did you
the
find that
recent.
iridescent band?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Awesome, dude.
No, that's what I'm trying to find, but I
Oh,
don't
that's what you're trying to find. I thought maybe you found them.
know. If I remember correctly from when they played, they didn't have their actual CDs ready, so they like made a bunch of these burned things.
Okay. Well, they do have burn CDs on here if people offer them up for sale, but
I was just hoping that maybe it would pop up
yeah.
and then I could follow the band from there. But I'll be playing with
Yeah,
that
no.
website now
Yeah,
because
there you
I'd
go,
always
man.
wondered what happened to those guys.
Right. Yeah, hey, if you don't know about Discogs, check out Discogs. You know what
Right?
the funny
We
thing is? Oh,
just
sorry.
totally did a commercial for them right
Yeah,
here.
we did. Ryan um didn't know what Bandcamp was.
Really?
I introduced him to Bandcamp a couple days ago. And he was like, "Man, I'm loving this Bandcamp app."
I haven't really sat down with it and
Yeah. One
um,
of the cool things about Bandcamp is a lot of artists on Bandcamp let you listen to their stuff for free. Um,
there's a demo EP for Shun on here.
nice.
I don't see where I can buy it. Oh,
Oh, is
dude,
it?
it was on cassette.
Oh,
Wow.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
That's cool. But it's
Yep.
got everybody's name, so if you wanted to click, oh, that's neat. I'll
Yep.
definitely have to look around
Yeah,
and see
Discogs
if
is
I
cool,
can't
man.
find that. That's so much better now with technology. There was a band I discovered, not just, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
from like the UK
Okay.
called Miocene that were like this
Hmm.
neat kind of progressive rock outfit. And
Okay.
one of those sites, I actually bought the CD.
Right. Dude, there was okay, so I occasionally listen to this radio station called WFMU
Hmm.
out of Long Island. And so they have the weirdest format. The DJs come in with their own music collection
Oh,
and play
wow.
it. So you never know what you're going to get because it all just depends on what these people own. And it
Man.
is the wildest thing. And so I heard this song on there by this band called Reno's Men,
Hmm.
and I wanted it. And I was like, I have to find it. And I just researched and researched, and found out like what label they were on and when the album came out and all this other stuff. I found it on eBay for $20, free shipping. It turns out they're just a band from Long Island. This album was put out independently in 1996.
Oh wow.
I would have never found this album if it wasn't for the internet.
I
So
used to
thank you, internet, for that. you know?
There were a lot of albums like that where I would go watch a band play a
Right.
regional and they would bring in somebody and you would hear it and or buy it and be like, "Oh
Yeah.
man, this is great." And then
Yeah.
you'd lose it or forget the name or
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I had so many tapes by local bands that I don't have anymore that I really wish I had kept because I'm never gonna get those tapes back, you know?
no. And there's well, one of the songs that I absolutely love with Billy White is from somebody else.
Oh yeah, I think you were telling me about that.
And I saw them live and that's how I knew them.
Right.
And then after that it was like I mean luckily I found they had like a MySpace music thing when that
Oh, cool.
first
Yeah,
switched
yeah.
over, so
Sure,
I was
sure,
able to
sure.
rip them off of that.
Right, right,
But
right.
there was one thing about I mean, I love live concerts, but was going and here's a band, right? I don't know
Right.
who these guys are.
Yeah.
That's a neat website. I will definitely have to get into
Yeah,
that.
Discogs is cool. And if you're ever looking, I mean, sometimes you can find stuff on there really cheap. Like the shipping is always going to be $5 or $6,
Right.
but there are people who do deals. Like you can get free shipping if you just pay shipping on one of the CDs. And then you
Okay.
get free shipping up to like 5 CDs or something like that. So you could theoretically get 5 CDs for $10. You know,
A lot of stuff I don't remember,
yeah,
or
yeah,
I remember seeing them live and be like, "Oh, they were amazing." Didn't have a CD or whatever.
right, right, right.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's stuff that I don't. I mean, there was this hardcore band from Ithaca, Something Mind, and I saw them open up for Earth Crisis.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I have no clue. I don't remember their, you know, I don't remember the name of their band. I know
I
they were
didn't.
high school kids when I
Oh,
saw them, and they were opening for freaking Earth Crisis.
we just
So,
went and saw Blacktop Mojo in down in Kentucky, and they
oh,
had
cool,
this blues group open up that were
nice.
18, maybe. They were
Wow, wow,
babies,
yeah,
and they were good. So
nice.
there's musicians out there at 18, 19 that are doing stuff, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
how?
right. Can you give me some of that? You know, man.
Yeah. No, that I drew a complete blank, but that happens a lot, or happened to me a lot. And by the way I remember things, it's always like weird little snippets that are not going to help anybody else.
Sure. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
this
yeah.
iridescence thing. It was
Right.
either iridescence or maybe iridescent.
You're right,
I've
right.
tried both,
Neither one works.
and I knew they're from Michigan, so I've tried that. And
Right.
it's funny how those things. And you said you got some of the OCD, so it's
Yeah.
funny how those bands or those type of projects where you just like, I have to find this,
Oh man, dude, yeah. And
and you don't.
I have more than a bit of the OCD. I just have medicine that helps me manage the OCD because
Yes, that's
woohoo.
like me saying I have a bit of the
Yeah,
ADHD.
I have a lot of the OCD. But thankfully.
As long as you find out ways to harness it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Keep the intrusive thoughts at bay.
do you get into like the crazier noise type stuff, like Mr. Bungle and
Eh, I mean, I like so there are some noise bands that I like. I like Jesus Lizard. Um, but I know one Jesus Lizard song, but I like it a lot.
right?
Um, I like John Spencer Blues Explosion, but I don't know. I couldn't name a song. I have one of their albums, and I still couldn't name a song.
I think you
Um,
told me you like jazz too, right?
I do, yeah. And like I said, I eased into jazz. I found Billie Holiday, and I was like,
No.
holy crap, And so I started getting into vocal jazz first, which
Okay.
vocal jazz obviously is going to have a song structure, and then start listening to like guys like Louis Armstrong, who had a lot of instrumental stuff, but also sang, and then from there, some of the more improvisational stuff. I'm still not a big fan of improvisational jazz, but I can appreciate what they're doing. I feel like if you listen to like progressive rock or even like hardcore bands that have odd time signatures
Mm.
like Snapcase and stuff like that, I think you can appreciate jazz because I think there's some of that in it.
Have
So
you ever heard of Candiria?
I don't think so.
They're like a metal band,
Okay.
but they play metal like it's jazz. Then
Nice.
they switch back to metal.
That's cool.
Saw them live once. They came and played when they were, I don't know how big they are. I don't even know if they're still together.
Right.
But it really stood out the way they were mixing that kind of, jazz has like a sound almost like a
Yeah.
tone and it's
Yeah. Yeah.
creative like that, but it was metal.
That's awesome, dude.
I
I
don't know.
really,
I don't know what made me think of that, but
yeah. Well, probably because I said that there's in progressive metal and stuff and Snapcase and there's
right. Also,
it's
probably
awesome.
it might be getting late.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was just gonna say, I still don't like John Coltrane. And I
Fair.
know people love John Coltrane, but there's just too much going on, dude.
It's probably one of those
Too
things
much
where
going
you have to, like, as an
on.
originator. Like, I don't like the Beatles, but they're
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
effing Beatles.
Yeah, they're the freaking DNA of
Pop
all of
music,
it. Yeah.
most music, yeah.
Yeah.
And they put a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people might know this that I didn't. They really, really put in the work. They would do these
Oh yeah.
shows. I don't remember in the city, but they would do these
Hamburg.
UK shows where they'd play for ungodly hours, like
Yep.
6, 7, just playing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's what I never had. I never had the
The
get to work.
drive to do that.
Yeah. I couldn't get out of my own way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if we were both talking about how maybe it's getting a little bit late, do you
Yeah,
want to
let's
try to,
yeah, let's wrap things up. So
if anybody, hopefully, I don't know how many people listen, whatever. If you guys listen to Shun, again, somebody made that amazing fan page. I'd like to hear everybody else's reactions to it.
yeah, man.
If even if you didn't like it, I'd still like to hear why and how. Um, so obviously, like every other every other artist and album we've chosen, I recommend it. Pick
Yeah,
it up. You will
100%.
not be upset.
I liked it a lot. I mean, like I said, if you are into Tool at all, if you are into different sounds, progressive rock in a way, but very emotional.
Hmm.
Um,
Very big.
yeah, check it out.
Not a lot of wasted time, if
Yeah,
any
definitely
wasted
not.
time.
And it's a cohesive album, so you can sit down with it for the whole 48 minutes and it just
Right.
feels like it belongs together.
An
So,
experience. Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. Unless you're
Yes.
going through a breakup and then you're either going to love it or you're going to be mad at us for making you cry.
Right, 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 right.
Um, do we have anything like in closing that we need to take care of, or
Um,
have we
so
picked? Go ahead.
yeah, oh, I was just gonna say, so like I was thinking with next week being Halloween,
Okay.
maybe we should do the Coffin Cats. But this is actually gonna be the episode that airs on Halloween.
Ah, we
Because we
dropped the
record them a week
ball.
ahead of time. Yeah, so
I
no
don't.
I mean, unless we want to like, it's Halloween right now, so we're talking about the Coffin Cats because we're
I
literally
mean,
going to be recording on Halloween next week.
I'd rather find something that I haven't heard.
Yeah. Oh, do you know the Coffin Cats?
Yeah.
Okay, I love the Coffin Cats, and I don't know how many people. I just found out about them, so I was like, oh man, we should do this. So
You know,
let's.
Aaron
Oh, go.
Anarchy,
Oh, yeah,
Mohawk. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
he's a big fan of that Coffin
yeah.
Cats
Sure.
rockabilly. There's another group. Is it Harley Poe? I think those
Probably.
girl. There's another group that my human listens to. That's that rockabilly horror thing, and it's about like
Yeah.
singing songs about worms eating your brains and
It's hilarious, dude. I think the Coffin Cats sound like the Misfits, but with more rockabilly.
Mhm,
I think it's very similar style,
I
similar
agree.
sound. Yeah, but I
I
love
thought
it.
you had said that we were going to do something that Ryan.
Right, that was what I was gonna say. If we don't do the Coffin Cats, which it looks like we're probably not gonna do, Ryan suggested an album by a band called American Grim, and I'm gonna look and double check what album it was because they have a few.
Hopefully, it's not too
I think it's called Ultra Black.
growl vocals because I don't usually
I don't think it is. I checked it out. It seems
American.
kind of like traditional heavy metal. Um,
Okay.
Ultra Black. Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
So,
we should do that. He's been
yeah,
super cool and
he
he's like
has.
a
Yeah, man.
fan. That's so
Yep.
weird, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
not weird, but it's
I
just
dig it.
somebody else like us
Oh,
that loves music and everything. It's just I appreciate it so much.
yeah. And he also wanted me to clarify because when you asked me about, who he was or whatever, he actually did used to be in the business. He was a manager at RCCW for about 6 years,
Um,
6 or 7 years, out of Richmond, Rose City Championship Wrestling.
I doubt our
So
paths would have crossed.
yeah, probably not, but there you go.
All
So
right.
sorry
So
about that, Ryan. You did do some time in the business like we all did.
do some time like it
Do
was
some
behind
time in the
bars.
business, yeah. And
I
and
loved every minute of it.
yeah.
Looking back on it, I loved.
Well, you're still doing it, man. So
I think I'm getting there. I
yeah,
think I'm ready.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. COVID, that made everything weird with bookings, and this is not music related.
yeah.
I just, I don't know. But
All good, man.
this is the new passion project. So thank
Yeah, dude.
everybody so much for listening to us ramble on. Um, thank
That was
Billy
fun.
White at least for giving me permission to talk about this album. Thank all of those guys in Shun for making this album and sharing it with me and allowing me to share it with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Thank Tyler Martin and Emmy Studios for getting this out there for us and all that good stuff.
Yeah, sounds like
Man,
it's time to
Tyler,
wrap it up.
you are the man, Tyler.
Have a good night, everyone.
All right, take care, everybody. All right.
Fuck you, Tyler.
Ah,
Right in the bunghole.
Oh, man.